What?
Wall Street Breakdown, episode 21.
Lord of mercy! You're listening to the Broad Street Breakdown, episode 21.
21.
As I was just informed.
We're now legal.
Our little girl is of legal age to drink. Yeah, so we're back in South Philly at the OG's crib.
We got to think of a name for the studio now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we do. We do need. So get on that, would you? Sicko, get.
Why me?
People that listen, come up with a name.
The Macaroni Factory.
Yeah, I was.
Because word association naming went so well.
That's very true.
Wow.
I forgot about that.
He's already shooting on the audience.
Well,
We're not
look,
even
he's
5 minutes in.
He's not wrong. Yeah, so the Broad Street Breakdown is brought to you by Crescent Street Tattoo, 4371 Crescent Street, Philly, PA, 215-487-0360. Facebook, Instagram, website, Crescent Street Tattoo, and email is crescentstreettattoo@gmail.com. Also brought to you by Sicko's book, and I don't know the name of it, so...
No slam dancing, no stage diving, no spikes.
Written
Oral
by
history.
Stupid Sicko.
And the very lovely Amy Yates Wolfing.
Yes.
So just saying what up to everybody.
We got a special guest in the house with us tonight.
Yeah, so I'll go to OG. What's the word, man? What's the haps?
Well, nothing.
Deal.
Well, that was a big build up to nothing.
I went to the doctor this week.
You gonna tap out?
Apparently I'm not tapping out.
Well,
That's good.
Lower?
Right?
We're lower
I
on
think
the
so.
numbers? The numbers are lower?
Everything's
Manageable?
good. I gotta go do a sleep study.
no gimmick with the
Wow, I've
twang.
done some of those.
Can I come with you?
Yes. I
Cuddle?
wish you would, because I ain't looking forward to that. I got my consult next Thursday.
Do you have to go sleep in a different place, or can you do it at home?
It's at Jefferson.
Yeah, we can
I
talk
don't
about
know.
those.
I don't
I
know.
did some of those, man. They're wild.
Yeah, I won't do it.
Did you do the gimmick for
With the shit they have you all
I have a
Well, I
couple
got
friends that have the
gimmicked up with
gimmicks.
all the crazy shit in your... Yeah, looking like a fucking android.
I have a sleep apnea, so I gotta
Okay.
get the.
So you could tap while you're sleeping if you don't do this.
Could be.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Well, I mean, could be no, but
My
could be.
doctor's been trying to get me to do it for and I won't sleep anywhere but my own
I'm
bed.
not
so
sleeping
I'm like,
nowhere. I'll tap.
Fuck it, I'll tap.
I did it just as like...
I mean, what do I have to
as
live
a
for?
research
Nothing.
subject, because I'm a
Right.
fucking human guinea pig.
Yeah.
But,
Nice.
That's hard.
you know, got to make the money. Right?
Nice.
Sicko, anything over you? You might tap because if you don't get the gimmick done.
I mean, only if I'm lucky, because who wants to live? No, I've been
Pray for Sicko,
Starting
ladies
off on
and
a real
gentlemen, that he
down
taps.
note.
That he taps.
We need something when Sicko's Black Cloud comes. I don't know
Shit.
what that could be.
Professor Pablo
good.
find a little baby crying gimmick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Professor Pablo, what's the word, man? How you living?
Pussies better run! To quote the war child.
Wow.
The fucking word is out now.
It is?
As of 10 minutes ago, another Twitter verified person following the professor.
Who is it?
Here we
His
go.
full name, Russ Hawkins,
Hold on.
Australian skateboarder, IT guy like myself, but during the day.
Now, I have to ask, as I did last week,
Plus,
why do you think Mr. Hawkins is following you?
Because we have the best podcast in the world.
But
Featuring Vinnie Paz. Vinnie Paz presents the best podcast in the world.
But the question remains, why isn't this gentleman following me, or is he?
Could be. I don't watch your
cool
list.
B.
I'm into this for me.
You are, and you do go into
Well,
business for yourself.
that's the
Yeah,
truest
yeah.
thing he's ever said.
He ain't never told a lie right there. And as far as the BSB audience, we have a good friend of ours here, Chris X. Introduce yourself. How are you tonight?
What's up? Very good.
It's good to have you. Thank you for coming in.
Seriously, thank
Chris
you.
X, fresh from the
Duran concert.
Duran, they were fucking fans.
Any band that names themselves twice after Roberto Duran, I'm in.
Okay.
Twice.
That how it happened?
I mean, it's so nice they named it twice.
Twice,
You know what I mean? So they played over the bridge, correct?
Camden,
the
yeah.
Twitter gimmick?
The Tweeter,
Tweeter,
fucking
Tweeter.
Susquehanna, but whatever the fuck it's called
Right.
this year. They changed it so many
BB&T or
times.
something
Yeah,
like that,
BB&T
yeah.
Pavilion. I don't know. They fucking changed it
So
so many
that's
times.
the gimmick that's like half outside?
Yeah, like the amphitheater, and
Okay.
thing, the lawn, and I was
So
up in
what
the
would
cheap
you
seats.
say the capacity is if it's sold out?
A lot of thousands. I
Yeah,
don't know the exact
it's
number. It's a
huge.
fucking big
Okay.
spot.
Yeah,
Big
it's
spot.
huge.
I'm
It's
assuming
like-
it was mad people there.
Oh yeah.
And they still. I saw them on the Jules Holland. You know Jules
Oh, yeah,
Holland.
yeah,
I
sure.
saw them on Jules Holland, and they still sounded amazing.
Fantastic.
Simon LeBron
All
sounded
the
amazing.
Simon's voice.
7,000.
Gives me chills. Still
7,000?
capacity. There you go.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Almost
his
getting
voice
good at
is
that.
fucking.
Finally.
Well, I mean,
The
it's
Google
21
machine,
episodes in. He couldn't even Google before. That's the thing. We're
good
going,
at
yo, find out what blah, 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 and then we're on our phones. Right?
Right.
Wait, hold on. So you said 7,000?
7,000.
That seems very low to me. I would have guessed like at
At
least
that place,
10.
at least, yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
It looks
7,000
big.
indoors.
Right, because they got the
Indoors,
whole.
7,000
lawn too.
total.
See, there you go.
There you
With the
go.
lawn. All right.
I take back what I said.
He's not doing that good.
But see what I'm saying? If you
You
give
didn't let him finish.
if you give him enough rope,
Come on, man! I put you over. I'm
He-
hitting you over, and you're
I
fucking
was
me
about
up.
to say that.
I
You'll know
knew.
where you guys come
First
from.
off, I'm gonna tell you from Rip when he said 7,000. I'm like,
That's wrong.
I fucking
that's
knew
it?
it, but I just shut up. And then you started pitting him over, and then I was like, I gotta say.
I'm
something.
trying.
let
I'm
him have it,
trying,
man. Just
man.
let him have
I
it.
got
I
your
will,
back.
I will.
I'm trying.
Were there 7,000 people there?
Easy. Possibly 25.
I'm assuming. I know you have a lovely lady. I'm assuming
Yes.
but I'm assuming there were lovely ladies there.
Sure, a lot of middle-aged.
Of course,
ladies
they were
too,
all
because,
52 years
right,
old,
Right,
but,
right.
I mean,
I wasn't looking,
I
but-
know the LeBron.
Sure.
Still,
He still looks.
he-
John Taylor, Rod. they
John
all look
Taylor.
good.
John Taylor and LeBron always had like the model bras.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming they still get them.
they got it.
Here's the thing I want to ask. Like Simon LeBon has always had an amazing voice. You're saying it's still,
He still
in top
holds up.
shape?
He came out. The first note gave me fucking chills.
No
He
shit.
sounds
That's awesome.
Phenomenal.
He didn't
Absolutely.
come undone, sick.
Ah!
You like that?
I mean,
Come on.
See what you did there?
Come on, that's the line of the night so far.
They played it. You know it.
Wow.
All the hits.
girls on film.
Yup.
That's
How long would you say they played?
2 hours.
Oh Jesus!
First song of the
That's
encore.
I knew he
You know
came
it.
out with that. I know he comes out with
Lil-
that.
Yo,
What did he come out with?
Listen.
Save a prayer for me.
That was the first song of the encore.
Nice.
Yeah. Stay.
I don't need his voice.
After no.
It's hurting.
He's
Wow.
so off key.
Oh.
It took me to hear the lyric that I
It
I'm
sounded
no
like
Simon LeBon, but I'm
No.
LeBom.
okay.
LeBom. I'm sick of write that down. I'm no Simon LeBom.
He's got his
La
own.
Bamba.
He's got his own style. He's like
Yeah,
Bob
that's-
Dylan.
wow.
Did you fucking write that a month ago?
I just wrote it in
Pop
my head.
Dylan,
right now.
yeah, it's a little
Pavarotti.
Lou Greed. Pop Dylan.
Sound like Lois Lone?
Yes.
Agreed?
Yes.
Pop for Lois Lone.
Jesus.
Well, Chris was at the Duran Duran show.
Yes.
But he's also involved in an even bigger show, a show that we're always at.
Check out the segue.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to.
And
This
speaking of
is
segues,
this is a professional setup.
Yo,
is-
yeah,
Wait.
I'm impressed.
come on now.
I knew what I was getting
We
into.
may not have microphones, but we got fucking segues out the ass.
Well, we lacking microphones. Uncle Vin comes out with segways.
Oh
No,
dang.
Chris runs This Is Hardcore with our good buddy Joe Hardcore every year in Philadelphia. And
What up, Joe?
This year, what are the dates? I'm
August 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
All right, so should we start talking about? Well, we should start talking about, I guess, the bands.
Well, there's a few things I want to know before we get into this year's
Inquiring
edition
minds, yes.
specifically. Maybe Chris can give us a little background. Like, have you been involved since Jump Street? Like, were you
In some small fashion, yeah,
Okay.
but not to the degree that I am now.
When did it officially start?
This is the 10th year and
Wow.
11th fest, actually. 'Cause,
Wow.
You know,
Where did you do the first one at?
the first 6 5 or 6 were at the fucking Starlight Ballroom.
Nice.
In Jersey?
No, I'm not Starland, the Starlight Ballroom.
Sorry,
and,
sorry.
those
Right,
two
right.
things are,
It's
yeah.
on like 9th Street, right?
Ninth, right around the corner from where
Right,
we're
right,
at.
right. Yeah.
It's like they do all like the Spanish Mexican bands there now. It's
Right,
like some crazy
right.
dance club now.
Yeah,
They used to do
Cool
shows
Keith
there.
played there once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R5 used to use it all the time before they opened Union Transfer.
Right.
But then
The-
once they got that, they didn't need it. You know, they had their own spot.
The
Right.
first one that I ever went to personally was the last one that was
The
out
last one
there.
there, 2011, was it? Right?
Yeah. So you've been into, like, how did it come about? Like, what was the genesis of, what was the idea? When did you think, like, this could be a legit thing that you could pull off?
Like I wasn't involved with like the planning or organizing aspect of it at first, but I can give you like the fucking Wikipedia version, basically.
The Cliff Notes?
Yeah, the Cliff Notes.
Love the Cliff Notes.
Basically, there was a void of festivals on the East Coast when Hellfest got canceled, when Posse Numbers was done, there was nothing. And Joe just took it upon himself. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking do it. And
Yeah.
he did it, and just right from the get-go.
And Joe had been booking shows.
Oh, he'd been booking shows, but never anything to
Nothing
that
that
fucking
big.
level where it was like 3 days in a row of like all this crazy, and then it turned into a thing where like people come from all over the world.
Absolutely.
And like plan their entire year around, which
Yeah,
is crazy. And now
yeah.
it's like a fucking monstrosity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing too when you're involved with something where someone comes from Amsterdam or something.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's
Every
like-
year I'd meet people from literally all over the world.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just
sitting
like-
there,
it's
blows
a
my
humbling-
mind.
it's
I'm
humbling,
I'm
man.
like, we did this, and I'm hanging out with this kid from Japan right
It's
now.
awesome,
It's nuts.
man.
Yeah.
It's really dope,
Mm.
man.
What is it like, the planning of it? Like, what is the amount of effort that it takes to put this thing together every year? I gotta imagine
Fucking
it's
lot. Dude.
like, how big is your staff? Like,
Our core staff that actually does shit year round or is supposed to do shit year round. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
nice.
But no, all kidding aside though, there's probably like between 10 and 15 people that are like working on something at any given time, like especially as like fest season comes around, as we start leading up to the announcements and the posting and promoting and all that shit, then like people start working, around the clock, hopefully. But there's a handful of us that do shit year round, myself included. Now,
I
at this
remember
point.
you telling me before last year's, that you guys were already working sort of on this year's.
We have 2 bands booked for next
Right.
year already. Like,
Wow.
Yeah, that's the,
It
that's the
never
amount
it
of-
never stops. It's like people are like, oh, when you start working on the fest for next year, I'm like, yo, we got shit done
Right.
already. Like it's
Right.
nonstop, 0 days off. Like
Right.
we fucking do the thing. It ends on Sunday. Monday we're up like, all right, now what?
Right.
It's just nonstop.
Yeah, I mean, I can co-sign that in regards to the professionalism of it. That all well-oiled machines in regard to festivals work that way. In terms of me doing, like when we do shows in Europe, the European festival season is the summer over there.
Right.
And it's monstrous, and those people, I'll know a year in advance. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, when I'm performing next year.
You think it's crazy, but it's like that's how good.
and-
And
and
it
you
got
know-
like too big for That's how big it got. It's like we got to just.
It gets too big for itself, and then as you get older, time flies quicker.
Sure, don't I know
Like
it?
this
Yeah.
we'll be having this discussion for next year's show, and it'll feel like
Yeah.
you'll
That
be
just
sitting in
happened?
this seat and go, "Oh, remember I was just over there."
It feels like that already. It's like we work on it like nonstop, and it consumes my life. Like
Yeah.
especially like leading up to it, and then it just 4 days gone, just
Yeah,
like that. I'm like,
absolutely.
how the fuck did that happen? And then I wake up that Monday, like, all right, ready to go. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. And I feel useless. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. Like
But it should also be mentioned that along with doing this, while you're doing this year round, you guys are booking other shows.
Oh, we're doing other
that
shows
don't-
year-round, all
there's-
day.
Like, this is not the only thing you
sure,
do.
sure. Yeah, I mean we do like the regular shows throughout the year and try to keep it.
I mean, we're going to see
interesting, too.
Token Entry next Sunday. That's
Damn
one
right
of your
we are.
shows.
Yes.
Fuck, man.
As an older person
What are you trying to say?
who sort of observed last year,
Right.
I can tell how much effort was put into it, because if you're not working on that for an entire year,
Yeah.
it's absolutely not happening that way.
Right.
So I don't know if a lot of kids who are, this is all they know, they might not realize the amount of effort that's put into this,
Yeah.
as opposed to, me who remembers when shows were a fucking shit show, and
Right.
just the amount of organization and the amount of things happening there was super impressive to me, and you can absolutely tell the amount of effort that's put into making this 4 days
I'm glad that
happen.
comes off.
I
I know there's a
100%.
lot of people that don't understand and don't necessarily appreciate it either. And like, you know, when the people email us complaints, what the fuck are you doing this for? About, I'm like, you don't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, walk in our shoes for a day.
Yeah.
You guys are always going to be stuck in the
You
situation
can't
that
please
I went
anybody,
of
sure.
now, everyone's
Yeah.
going to say, "Why did you work with this band?
Right.
Why did you work with this rapper?
Always
Why
hate it. You
did- I don't
can't,
like
you
this."
can't please anybody.
Yeah, and it's like it's like I hate that we may sometimes come off as these curmudgeons about this like generation
Right, yeah,
of kids,
like-
but there is
Yeah.
truth in the shit.
I don't want
Absolutely.
to sound ungrateful because I mean it's a fucking cool thing we do, and I love that people come out and support it. But at the same time, like some of these kids, the shit they say to us, I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's
It's
just
like,
brass
yeah.
balls, man.
And
You know?
at this point in my life, I'm super hard to impress.
Same.
For lack of
No.
a better way.
You.
And it was seriously, all kidding aside, it was impressive. That was the overall vibe that I got.
Impressed the Gavin.
Yeah,
Festive
man.
success.
It's
Yo,
like,
that's fucking-
All right.
I don't know if you know, like you were saying, a lot of kids might not realize,
Right.
and it's not a fault of theirs, but they might not
They
realize
just don't understand
that,
how much
Yeah.
goes into it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's like,
And the ones that do, I certainly appreciate that they appreciate.
Yeah.
What
They're the ones that make your day, and you know it's like the people that make your head want to explode.
Yeah.
And then the one kid says this thing like, "Yo, man, I wait for this all year,"
Absolutely,
and stuff like that.
Absolutely,
It's like,
it makes it all worth it.
makes
Yeah,
it all
like
worth
I don't
it.
want to sound like an asshole because I'm like, yo, people are complaining. I'm like, whatever. You're gonna
Yeah.
get complaints no matter what you do, no matter how cool the thing you do or how much work you put into it. There's always gonna be some assholes that are never happy about anything. So
One of the
fuck
things
'em.
that the four of
We know
us.
someone like that.
Are you talking about me?
No, proceed, please.
Because you were looking at me.
Well, I'm not. I didn't say
Alright.
anything.
Please
No.
continue.
When you know, we've talked about this as hardcore on the show before.
Right. Thank you. By
And,
the way, I hear it
please,
every week getting put over.
please.
Listen,
One of the things the four of us talk about, one of the aspects that we really like about it is, you know, if you're our age, if you're older, going to shows like when we were coming up, never mind the organizational things of it, shows were fucking dangerous.
Sure.
They were dangerous places to be in dangerous
absolutely.
neighborhoods. One of the things about this, and like we're all of the age, like I don't, but these three all have children. We see a lot of people bring their young kids
Yeah.
to your show, and that's kind of a testament to, you know, you've created this environment where you don't got to worry about, like, if you're a parent, you can drop your kids off and be like, I'll pick you up at the end of the
Right.
night, and you probably don't have to sit at home worrying like our parents did when we took fucking road trips to CBGB's
Sure.
or went to fucking City Gardens in Trenton or whatever, which is a wonderful thing. The other thing I want you to talk about that I think is really cool about it is it's not just about bands playing. The whole fucking outdoor
Yeah, I was going to
event.
say that
the fucking
just
hardcore flea market.
Yeah.
just that area is impressive.
That's fun.
Even if there was no bands, no nothing, just
That
is
alone.
fucking mind blowing, man. At one point, like I just wandered out and was just kind of checking out what was going on and bought some like French fries or something
Right.
or whatever, and it was just fucking impressive, man. Like I don't know another word to describe it. Like I feel like I'm not doing it justice, but
Yeah.
it was just really impressive.
Well, on a personal level, I'm very happy to hear that because that's my responsibility. But
Oh, is it? Oh, well, you do a hell of a job.
the merch vendors
Oh, I
are
didn't
my
realize-
Yeah.
I get all
realize that
I like
was
getting
you.
all them. You know, I'm the vendor liaison. I get
God, I
called.
can't even imagine
And then
what
like getting all the
headaches it
bands
is
checked
putting
in the
that
morning,
together.
getting the merch set up. You know, our boy Liam handles all the food trucks.
What up, Liam?
That's his thing. He's the food czar.
Nice.
And then, but then
Nice.
like all the other vendors and shit, that falls on me.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, the outdoor area, that's definitely a cool thing, man.
And that's the thing about it, like, you know, with a festival with so many fucking bands, obviously you're not gonna love every band.
Oh, sure.
So it gives you.
I don't even love every band.
Right.
playing,
So
you know,
it gives you something to do. You go outside.
Now you don't got to sit there with your thumb in your ass for 30 minutes watching a band you don't like,
Exactly.
or like, you know.
Exactly.
And
And because of the venues that you choose for, like, say, the older heads who want to just sit down, you can go up and have a drink if that's what you're into.
Right.
You know, it's
plenty
just,
of places to hang out outside. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
There's
just
really no
Yeah.
reason to go. Like we try to accommodate everybody as best we can. Like with the vendors, all the food. Like there should be. It's a long day, obviously, the long weekend.
Right.
So if you're gonna be there, we want
Right.
to take care of you. Make sure you have something to eat, somewhere to hang out, somewhere to just fucking chill. If you don't want to watch every band or whatever.
Amazing.
So
let's talk about this year's fest.
Yes.
Let's talk about some of the incredible fucking bands you got on there.
All right.
First of all, I want to ask you, as a fan,
here comes that question.
Say you.
I
know.
You
gotta ask.
I'm gonna
say
say
you
the same
weren't.
thing I do every time.
Say you weren't putting on the
Right.
fest. Who are you most
Who am I
looking
most
forward to
excited
seeing?
to see? Jesus Christ! Oh, see, there it is.
It's the number one generic.
I know,
question.
and
It's gotta
I
be
always
asked.
give the I like everybody.
Yeah, I know.
You know the fucking.
But this is the Broad Street Breakdown,
it is.
so we want the fucking real deal from you.
Jesus Christ! I mean,
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know the lineup. Obviously, I don't know the lineup of all 4 days. So
right.
while you're stalling time, I'm trying to think. Can you reel off some of the bands?
some of the heavy hitters.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Trouble.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I'm about.
Their first time in Philly, actually.
Yeah.
I wasn't even hip. Gavin hipped
the
me.
only show they're playing on the East Coast this year too. Like they did the one out in Cali a couple months ago, and then this is it, man. So like, if you're trying to see the Trouble, now is the time and the place.
Hard.
So I'm pretty stoked
pitting
about
them
that.
over all day long.
Yes.
Yeah, Gavin's been backing that since day one.
Good. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm real stoked about that.
Nice.
Youth of Today.
Youth of Today, yeah, the fucking
Original.
the OG lineup, the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
We're Not in This Alone lineup.
Right,
the
right.
fucking
I'm excited.
Walter and Sammy, Ray and Purcell, obviously.
We had a little bit of bad news. Had a little,
Yeah,
our buddy Vogel.
Yeah, your boy Vogel
Yeah.
got himself
You know?
all banged up, and he's got to
Which,
take
you
some
know,
time
again,
off.
we said it last episode, but get better, Scott. We love
Absolutely,
you.
absolutely.
You know, we understand.
It sucks, but I ain't mad at him. You know what I mean?
I would have filled in. I mean, he didn't ask. I know all the World Be Free songs. Terror songs, we got some trouble. World Be Free all day.
Oh, you got some trouble,
Yeah, you
pal.
have some trouble on that stage.
Yeah, it sucks.
The
So
least of it is not remembering the words.
Jesus Christ.
So hopefully he's up and running soon, and we can get them guys out here to do
Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, because the last time they were in Philly was fucking great.
a show. Always.
But you got a pretty decent band to fill in for. Maximum Penalty
Maximum
is
Penalty playing a Thursday
no
now.
lightweights.
I'm very excited. I
Yeah.
think they're one of the most underrated New York bands.
Yeah, I've been.
Jimmy's my man.
I can't remember exactly the first time I saw them, but it was years and years ago, and
they've been around forever. Yeah,
they've
absolutely.
always impressed me, and some of the nicest guys I've ever
Absolutely.
met. Absolutely.
Jimmy Williams, the best.
When I had my band in high school and we were trying to get booked places, we couldn't get booked. We were putting Maximum Penalty on we were making fake flyers.
Right.
Oh yeah, we opened up for Maximum Penalty, and shit didn't work.
Didn't you also put in your fake press release, best thing since the Beatles, Adam West?
Adam West, co-sign. Place over.
That's a real thing that he did.
That Adam West co-sign got you a problem, man.
Best thing since the White Album,
Yeah.
Adam West.
Batman?
Batman.
Yeah,
Batman Adam West.
Batman pit his band over, man.
Paolo's been
I
funny
mean-
for 30 years.
Yeah, that's the thing.
All right.
Funny
we
ha-ha
hate him.
and funny whoa.
We hate him, but he's
You laughing
funny
at
as
him or
shit.
with him? What do you?
Hey, it's about Ms.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
If I don't fucking start correcting the Ms. and I mean,
We know it's not Miz-a-Miz. So
For the
everybody
record,
knows.
it's Meds, but this
Right.
Pablo can't fucking speak.
It's Meds-a-Mez or Mez-a-Mez, depending on where.
Is that
It's a
Italian?
whole thing.
Yeah,
But in New
yeah.
York, they say Mets are Mets.
Man, I mean, maybe. I mean, not,
Such a bad joke.
Did he say medicine? Come on.
yeah, man.
Come on.
This is where you insert.
I just pit you over again. And
Yeah,
you fucked
well,
it up.
I feel like there's a pattern here where
Yeah.
you pit him over
Yeah.
Right.
and then he bombs.
Right.
When is Gavin going to learn?
It's
That's
the Jackie
thing.
Martling where he gets pit over and then he shits the bed.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. I mean, for people that are casual, You know, I mean, so we spoke about Youth of Today and the Trouble, Maximum Penalty. Who
Gorilla
else?
Biscuits.
We got Gorilla Biscuits headline on Saturday.
I haven't seen Gorilla Biscuits live since GB, Sick of It All, and Judge at City Gardens.
Yep.
So that would have been, I'm thinking 89?
1990.
89 or 90. So I haven't
He
seen
wrote the
with
book.
you
He
with
would
that?
know.
Yeah, I think
Who
so.
did we get? Did I drive? I didn't drive.
And then very recently, or right after that, was the wasn't with Judge, but it was Sick of It All, Gorilla Biscuits, Agnostic Front at Revival.
Correct.
The Stabby
Yeah,
show.
that's, and I went.
That's the last time I'd seen Gorilla Biscuits till the last time they
The
were
last
at
time we
This
did
Is
Hardcore,
Hardcore when
2012.
you had
Yeah.
them.
That had to be 91.
Was it that late?
I
Yeah, it was like
remember.
the
No,
direct
it wasn't because
cooking.
I was still in high school.
Yeah, I don't think it was that much later.
It was cold as fuck. I remember.
It was cold.
And I remember.
I was still in high school.
Well, Elwood, I got a ride home from Elwood. Bob
Yeah,
Smith.
didn't he lose his? Was that the night he lost his keys, or was
Yeah.
that a different show?
AF Sick of It All was when he lost his keys.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
what
about.
we're talking about. At Revival.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
What year was
So
that?
that was
90.
90.
It had to be 90.
yeah.
Well,
No
then
later
yeah.
than
And in
90.
'89, I think I saw him at City Gardens.
It was
Those
a-
times I saw GB.
It was during the week. I know that.
It
I'm
was a
positive.
Sunday night. Probably
Oh,
Sunday
that-
night because we had school.
Where
the
at
next
Revival?
I
day.
know
We definitely
that
had school
Revival
yeah.
was 1,000% a Sunday.
Yeah, they always were.
And it was a matinee into the night. It was like 4 or 5.
Like an early show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
an
yeah,
early
yeah,
show.
yeah.
It probably started at 4 or 5, but I remember it was dark out. It was
Yeah.
light when we went and dark when we
Yeah.
came out.
That
Yeah, I
was a
mean,
violent
those
fucking
shows
show.
when I saw GB, I was not impressed, and I was way into them.
Uh-huh.
And then when I saw the video footage when they played This Is Hardcore, what year was that?
2012. Yeah.
I mean, out of control. Like I was
they
like
were
so
fucking
pissed.
great, dude.
I didn't go
Yeah,
to
they
that. I was
were.
like, yo, I'm ready to go buy the album again.
were.
They came out from the minute the fucking horn started.
horns.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
Is that where they had the kid
did
playing?
They played
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
the beginning in
that
New
video is
Direction, and
amazing.
kids just went nuts and started
And
diving from the fucking
what's
horns.
funny, what Pablo just said was the exact opposite of me. I wasn't like back in the day. I wasn't huge into them, but would love to go see them live because I always thought they were
Sure.
great fun live. And at This Is Hardcore, I was like fucking worn down. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna head home. Like I've had enough. Fucking. And I was getting ready to leave, and I was outside smoking. I heard and I'm like, all right.
What did you hear?
The fucking the
pretty
trumpet, and I'm
I
like,
thought that's what you heard.
I'm like, all right, let me go with, because I'll be dead honest. Like, I'm like, it's 2012. How good could they really be?
How good
And
were they?
And I went in, and I'm like, all right. Like, if I had a hat, I'd have taken it off to him. I'd have
Indeed.
tipped it. So.
I mean, again, I wasn't there that year, but I saw that. I watched that video multiple
Yeah.
times,
Yeah.
and they're one of my favorite bands ever. I
Absolutely.
mean, of course, the discography isn't as long as I want it to be because it was
Yeah.
short-lived.
Yeah.
But if you have the B-sides and rarities, bootleg,
Right.
and the 7-inch and the LP, there's enough.
I mean, just the 7-inch and the LP is enough.
Yeah,
and they
that-
play literally everything. Dude.
Word.
They're going to play every
Yeah.
song. You,
Yeah.
Like, all,
Yeah, I
all
mean,
the hits.
To me, like as you know, like a young youth crew, straight edge kid, and that from that era, then it's like those Youth of Today records and GB records. Like I was living that shit.
Sure.
So, you know, that was before 40s and blunts for me. You know, and like.
And so every year you guys manage to pull off these pretty big coups of who's the fucking the big bomb. The Judge one year
Yeah.
was
Not a
the
coup.
big one. Yeah, you like that?
It was all right.
Not a coupe.
It's a coupe,
alright.
sicko. It's
Not
a
a
coupe.
coupe. It's a coupe.
Sicko, it's a coupe.
How dare
Did I
you?
pop you on that, Pablo?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
you did.
You want to talk about this year's big one, or is that a kayfabe?
This year's big one.
That was an AO.
Jesus, man. Get it together.
Anyway,
Sure.
who's your big headliner for this
Sunday's
year?
headliner, we get the Turning Point reunion.
Yeah, that's a big deal
Sort of,
around these parts.
Sure.
Top 5 favorite hardcore bands ever for
Fucking
me.
right.
Really?
Yes.
You'd put them that high up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I respect that I'll get hate mail over that.
Give me.
I wouldn't say hate mail.
I dare anyone to be mad at
The
that.
7-inch, Always Darkest Before the Dawn. Like, again, I've talked to you guys about this before because you guys are a few years older than me. things hit you at certain times in your life,
Absolutely,
and affect you different. Gavin and I talked about like certain albums you'll go back to, or you'll discuss. You're like, yo, this is kind of whack.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Of
No,
every
some
genre.
things don't stand the test of
They
time.
don't hold up. Of every genre.
Absolutely.
There's punk, hardcore, rap. Maybe it's the production. Maybe it's, you don't know. You go back and you go,
Time and
damn,
place.
man. Yeah.
Challenge. Off top of your head, top 3 hardcore bands of all time.
Oh!
Come on, boys.
Because now we're getting into the discussion
Of what is hardcore?
Yeah, because Chris, I don't know if you heard our discussion. I don't know how often you're able to listen.
Yeah,
the discussion of that line of those band, like, is Discharge hardcore?
Right.
If they are, then they're in that list. If
Right.
they're putting punk or crust punk or
Right.
whatever, these names are now we have 85,000
Sure,
subgenres
it's too much.
that I can't follow. Like, no, that's metalcore. That's scream. I'm like, yo, man, I don't know what any of this shit is.
For
I'm
the
old.
record, if anyone tells me that Discharge is not hardcore, I will slap the shit out of them.
All right, so then,
Okay,
then
in your
Discharge
mind,
might be.
in your
Whatever
mind,
your
whatever
personal
your
definition
is, top 3.
Discharge is probably the best. Negative Approach and 3 could go like it could flip every day because I might have to throw one of these bands that I'm talking about that you guys will know sell. Like I might put in Youth of Today. I might put in GB. And then you have to debate. And then if you debated me, well, they don't have enough material. I'd be like, you're right.
No, it's not. No.
They could have one fucking
They
song,
can
put out a
yeah.
7-inch, and if that's your shit, that's your shit.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, man, maybe the breakdown 7-inch, my favorite 7-inch.
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
Playing
argue
is
with that.
hardcore this year, by the way.
See what I'm saying? No, I mean, but again, it's
Segues.
like listen, man, we're professionals. No, I mean, but saying I would your statement of I would punch someone in the face who didn't call Discharge hardcore, then
All right, enough filibustering. Top 3. Let's hear it.
I said Discharge,
1.
Negative Approach, and the 3 every day of the week it could flip flop.
All right. G.
You go.
Me go.
I'm not ready.
Damn, he's passed.
See, that
He
shit
said
is
pass.
fair.
I know.
He said off the top of your head.
All right,
He
he
skipped.
says off the top of his head and points to me, and
I know.
I'm supposed to be some
right.
strange music like nerd. And
All right.
Now I'm gonna get attacked. But what about? And then I'm gonna be like, you're right. Everything that everybody
on
said.
any given day.
Any given Sunday, Bubba.
I'll go right now.
Go.
I don't give a
He ain't
fuck.
scared.
You're scared.
Negative Approach, 1.
Fine.
Sure.
Band shaped everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheer Terror, 2.
All right.
See, now I can say I should have put them at 3. I don't hear a fucking 3, pal.
Agnostic Front.
All right.
Sicko, go.
Agnostic Front.
Sure.
Is your 1?
No, I'm going 3, 2, 1.
3. He's got to be different. Go back.
You fucking say that then, you fucking moron. There you won. No, I know that everyone listening knew I was going reverse.
That's what I did. I did 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and so did I.
Don't do D.
Don't
do
do
thing.
that.
Do be nice. Agnostic Front 3. Sheer Terror 2. Negative Approach 1.
Did I not go in here?
I did your exact
Look at
list.
that.
Pablo.
P. Jigs.
Number 3, Outburst.
Oh,
I like
Hey!
that. I like that.
I ain't mad at
Number
that.
2,
at all.
Sick of It All.
I like that.
Number 1, Grow Biscuits.
Okay.
All right.
Chris
That
X.
album, yeah,
GB over Sick of It All?
that album, I lived off that album.
I'm with Pablo. I think it's the perfect hardcore.
And the fucking
Not-
7 inches out of control. The fucking one you like.
I think their discography is perfect.
Yeah.
It's not vast, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
Chris is gonna
No.
pick, like some obscure
no,
shit. that
no,
We're too
no,
old to know.
No, come on. Like, listen. We're all roughly the same age here, right?
Yeah.
Probably in the same shit. Yeah. Number 3 could fucking go either way any day, but right now, just because we've been talking about them a lot, I'll probably have to give it to Gorilla Biscuits.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 2, Judge.
Yeah, that's
No hate on that.
I didn't like any those bands were not my thing except Judge. They were
Sure.
fucking and I saw them back then and
Right.
saw them when you guys did the show.
Yeah.
And better than they were back then.
Indeed.
They've been fucking great. I've seen them 4 times since they got back together. They were
so good.
fucking
They
good.
murdered it.
Did you ever get to see them back in the day?
I just missed them back in the day.
Yeah.
Like for whatever reason, like I started going around shows like right on the tail end of the shit, and I just never saw for whatever reason. I just missed them. I probably had a chance or two back then, and then I missed it.
That fucking Unisound
Yeah,
show that
I hear.
Yo.
I kicked myself for missing that.
Yeah, it was
shit,
good
but
time. So that's your 3.
number 1.
And then your number 2.
Grill Biscuit Judge. Cro-Mags.
Oh, I should have put that in. Fuck.
We
But
said
again,
we
it's
asked
like-
last week.
But you're all saying negative approach, agnostic front. Not mad at that either. Like if you said top 5, I'd probably name them 2.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's a difficult thing to do.
Negative Approach was so influential to me.
Yeah.
They shaped a lot of shit for me.
Yeah.
From, I mean, every aspect, from musically to oddly fashion-wise to like just weird stuff, man. I recently got wrapped up in old Negative Approach videos. Like not since the reunion stuff, but back in the day shit.
Yeah.
Fucking stuff's bananas.
What year was the LP? 82?
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah, I mean, that's
82.
pretty fucking insane.
Yeah.
And shit still holds up.
Yeah.
I mean, to me,
Yo, man, stop putting
Nobody-
Lou over Terry, man.
Nobody was touching Brannon.
well, that's what I was just
Nobody.
gonna say. Like, it's hard for me to think of a better hardcore frontman than Paulie, but the only person I would put above him is Brannon. Like Brannon,
And I even still.
yeah.
He's been doing it 35 years. He's fucking vicious.
I'll tell you what, Chris.
Cause we've done.
How
shows for
old
them
is
up
Brannon?
on-
52
well, Gotta
maybe?
be, yeah.
I'd say
Easily,
so.
yeah. I'll tell you what. I was never lucky enough to see Negative Approach.
Back in the day,
back
right.
in the day. The first time I ever saw them was the first time
Movie
they
This Is
played
Hardcore.
This Is Hardcore, and I was like, I was getting myself ready for a huge disappointment.
Right.
I'm like, and it was one of those. I was very lucky that year. Like I got to be on the side of the stage. I was sitting there with our boy Vince. What up, Vince? And
Who had you in the fucking side of the stage?
yeah,
My
I know
bad. My
people-
bad.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's his
my bad.
fault. Blame him.
This year, can we put a, the no smoking gimmick?
How
No
dare
Can we
you?
put that through his fucking
How
bald
dare
head
you?
in the
Not
door?
let X person in. Sicko
How
picture.
dare you? I am
By all
beloved.
entrances and given to all security.
I am beloved.
See, I had seen him doing the easy action thing
Right.
and killing it and closing with like 3 Negative Approach
Oh,
songs.
nice.
Yeah, see, I never saw any of that live.
Fuck, dude, like.
And they came on, and it was like when a fucking jet engine goes over like real close.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I'll tell you what, I had not dived off a stage probably since the early 90s, and that's the first time. And thankfully, Ann Spina took a picture of me.
I didn't know you were
mid-flight.
physically capable of doing
I
that
didn't think
now.
either.
You didn't know he was
And it
until
took
they
me
started
6 months
playing?
to fucking recover from it.
The young man that came from Denmark didn't know that there were flying manatees in Philly.
Is that really necessary?
I don't know that it's necessary.
Was that
but-
really necessary?
He saw a bright light, and he's like, he thought it was Jesus, and it was just fucking Sicko's.
Oh, that-
Dare you?
Didn't know where the manatee thumbed it from fucking
You
Florida.
see how they do, Chris? You see?
He thumbed it. He like waddled out to the
Fuck,
interstate
man.
and put his hoof. I would say the hoof, the paw. He pit his hoof out and thumbed it.
All right, moving right
to This Is Hard.
along.
Well, what I'm trying to put over is that even sea mammals need to come to This Is Hardcore if they have to thumb
Give
it
me
from.
something to throw at him.
If they thumb it from Florida.
So they have, for food vendors, they have lettuce?
Yeah.
That's what the manatee will let
Yeah, the manatee likes roughage. So we need to feed sick if he's
Food
not
truck with roughage.
and being that he's banned from being indoors.
So he's outside.
He's outside. We need to feed him roughage.
And provide some water source,
tank.
like a pool.
He
or
needs to
something.
be wet down.
Yeah.
That popped.
Wet down. He needs to be wet down.
You be
instead.
quiet.
Yeah, that's the freaking title of the podcast.
You need to
Be
be
wet down.
Sicko
I will not write that down.
Sicko the manatee needs to be wet down. I would.
You write that down. I'm not writing
Well,
it.
I'll get back on topics to stop busting balls. I've never seen Negative Approach live.
Dude.
from what you've all told me right now and separately, I need to.
Yeah,
absolutely. I don't know.
Next time we bring them through, man.
Yeah, man, I need to.
That easy action thing he was doing was
what
hard
is that?
as
I'm
fuck.
not hip to that.
So he did Negative Approach, and then he did the Laughing Hyenas for years.
Yeah, I
which
knew
is
that.
Fucking hard.
I
and
knew
then
that.
he did Easy Action, which is sort of a combination of the two.
Well, I
Maybe
slept
even
on
more like
Laughing Hyenas at first.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was like some like ludicrous shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
shit's
Like I put them in like I thought it was first off then I didn't know it was Brandon. Then
Right,
you know,
right.
You know then, man. It's like no internet. It's like you buy what you buy
Right,
unless someone
right,
tells
right.
you. I thought it was like Uncle Slam,
God.
ludicrous,
That's the second time Uncle Slam's been mentioned in on this podcast.
Well, it's
The
because
second time Uncle Sam's been mentioned in the last 20
in the
years.
last 20 years. You're absolutely
it's
right.
the first and second time, and that's it. No, I love. Well, what happens is, when you go down the YouTube vortex,
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
it could be old skinhead reggae. Me and Gavin do it with reggae. I'll go in like a good thrash vortex, and then you see the gimmicks on the side.
yeah,
I'm like Uncle Slam. Like I'm looking up German thrash records that were ruled.
Yeah.
And then I see Uncle Slam. I'm like, motherfucker. So I hit him, and I'm like, yo, it was the shits? And he's like, tell me right now. I'm like, yo, Uncle Slam. And the only reason I knew he would know it because he was so anti-metal was he had to fucking sell that shit.
Absolutely.
At the record store. And he's like, that was the shits. Because remember, you're like, nah, I don't even remember. And I sent you the gimmick. And you're like, oh, because the cover's a mockery.
Everything about it's a mockery.
It was very bad. But I'm sorry. So you were saying Laughing Hyenas. And what was the name of this gimmick?
Easy Action.
I never even heard of it.
Which is like,
so
I'm going to say it's a good combination of Negative Approach and Laughing Hyenas. Throw in like old Detroit stuff like Stooges, kind of.
Okay.
With Brannon.
What year is
with
what
a
year
heavy
is this?
blues influence.
What year is the Easy Action stuff?
It's
It's still the 80s or no?
No.
This is recent, like early 2000s.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you were saying like
This is what
like,
he did before he got Negative Approach back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And two of the dudes.
I want to put that name over
They were
since
in
we
both.
talked about names, heavy names. Easy Action's heavy.
dang.
Easy Action sounds like what should have been the sequel to 48 Hours.
I think it's.
It sounds like a good 80s
a-
movie.
I think it's a Alice Cooper reference.
Okay.
It's either an album or a song or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Unfortunately,
and
there are
he's
like
like a-
7 other bad bands with that crappy name.
I
he
imagine
don't give a shit.
I imagine
You know
like
what I mean?
a bad suburban dad rock band calling
Sure.
themselves Easy
I think
Action.
there's like an electronic dance outfit that
Okay.
called themselves Easy Action.
hard. But
All
he used
day.
to. He used to close with 3 or 4 Negative Approach songs.
Nice.
And
You know what's strange?
So I knew then that if he ever did it again,
It would be
It would be
a
fucking
deal.
heavy, yeah.
The thing about him, and I know you guys have met him. Obviously, you have. You've interviewed him for your book. You booked him. I've never met him, but in videos and interviews, he just seems like this unassuming guy, and then
He turns into
people
a
are
maniac.
like, "Yo, this guy's a fucking
Yeah.
lunatic,"
Seriously, like-
and he seems like the OG that would
Yeah.
like live next to you and like crack a brew with.
That's exactly.
And talk
Check it
music.
out, man.
Check it out.
I'm drinking a beer. Like when he came off stage at the last one, me and Gavin just happened to be at the back outside, like in the alley. And he went right out there, and the first he just literally grabbed a Budweiser, and like people were coming up to him. He's like, "Check it out, man. Thanks a lot." And like,
Check it out. Is his gimmick?
Yeah.
He's one of them dudes that his speaking voice sounds like his singing voice.
Yeah, well, that's always an amazing thing in every genre. When you meet a rapper that has
well,
like,
you got that.
Yeah.
there's my man OC, Times
Yeah,
Up,
yeah,
on
yeah,
some
yeah.
Classic Records. Talks exactly
Does
like
he
the rap.
really?
So like
I don't think I've ever heard him talk.
I just try to engage him just to hear like
Oh,
one of my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
rappers.
Yeah.
To hear that voice the whole time. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I guess naivete or just bitterness of not bitterness, just the idea that very few people go from great band to another great band. I guess I know. So Gavin just came in
Got ice cream.
with an ice cream like it was fucking nothing. Offered none of us any.
Of course not.
First of all, if I said anybody want the ice cream, you would all be like, nah, we're good.
That doesn't matter.
Get it? It's fucking.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
We know each other 30 fucking years.
Way too
Go
late
get
to
ice
be
cream.
eating. You shouldn't be eating after like 9 p.m.
All right, Dad.
We're an hour into this.
Yes.
We're an hour into this. We got another fucking 5 hours.
Listen,
Go.
man, you can't just be eating things at all these times.
I mean,
This
that's
is
what
why-
break is for.
This is why the doctor has issues with you, man.
Yeah.
Right, Blow?
Yeah, I mean, what's that? Vanilla chocolate marshmallow?
Fuck you, Blow.
What is it?
I think that's exactly what it is.
How about that? That's what flavor it is.
I care about your mental health and your physical health.
Mental health. How's that going to affect?
I
his
thought he
mental
said
health?
mental
Because he's
health.
Mental health will
He's
drive you
fucking
mad.
Thank you.
He must be sick in the fucking head. He's fucking getting
We're gonna give a rest in peace or no?
Fucking.
Give him
Kevin,
R.I.P.
I mean,
R.I.P.?
I like the Kevin.
I like to call him Kevin Dude, bro, but I mean, anyone who has the chutzpah,
Dude, bro.
anyone who has the chutzpah to wear that fucking hairpiece he rocked
Please.
gets an R.I.P. from me. I'll pit over the Quiet Riot documentary.
That was a
too.
great
Great
documentary.
documentary.
All day.
So Chris, back to you because you're our special guest.
Oh.
Me and Pablo are gonna fight.
I mean,
Again.
that's what breaks
How
are
about
for.
That's what breaks for you.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
for 21
Ice cream
fucking
and fisticuffs?
episodes, you and Pablo are, we're gonna fight.
I'm gonna
And
fight
it's
it.
yet to
The
happen.
fucking
First
breaks
of
I'll
all,
fight
man.
you too. How
I'm
about
not
that?
involved in this.
I'll fight the fucking
I'm
two of you out
I'm
back.
talking about
First
him.
off, we
And the
already
cat
beat
match.
Pablo up separately on one night,
Yeah,
and he
let's
says he
tell
was
that story
drunk.
someday.
But it wasn't on the pitcast.
You want to shoot? You want to tell the story then?
First of all, let me settle something. First of all,
I want to hear this story.
He says
again.
he was jumped.
Vinny's gonna tell the story in a second, but for real, we can go in the back.
That's Thunderdome.
You and Sickle and Pablo against me in the back, and we'll see who walks back.
I'm not
won
in on this.
Watertown?
Don't put me in on this. I'm just saying, I want to
Damn.
see the fight.
The mouth of the South all of a sudden is running away from the ring now.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, biggest mouth, littlest dom.
Come
That's
on.
his gimmick.
Yeah.
He's yapping all night. He's loud. He's waking
How
the kids up.
dare you?
Well, so you want to know the story?
Yeah, so
Because you're gonna
hear
hear fucking fantasy world, and then
Hey,
you're gonna
listen.
hear the work, and then you're gonna hear the shoot.
So fucking we're in the studio, right? And fucking Vinny's doing his raps. He comes out and he's like, Pete, how's that sound? And I'm like, you know what?
Wow,
That's one.
Whoa.
Hold on. Talk about.
I'm catching a heart attack.
I'm gonna count out every time Pablo fabricates the story.
Yeah, please do. Do it.
Give a
Ding,
little
ding,
like-
ding.
Now we're at
A
one.
ding, ding, ding.
Yep, one.
And I'm like, it sounds good. We could try to, maybe might want to change your hook a little bit, right? Right, you know what I'm saying?
Two, but I wish that was true.
So yeah, so of course he's like, shut up, pussy. You don't know nothing.
That's
That was
And I'm
true,
like,
right?
This is like, yo, you know what this is like? This
He's
is like,
mixing enough reality in.
This is like
to
the-
make it seem shoot.
This is like the 80s sitcom where like everybody's telling the different their version
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
story,
and the bubble comes in.
and like somebody's the really bad guy, and,
Yeah.
and Pablo's like the good guy.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Go ahead.
So he said, Vin talks some shit. And I said, motherfucker, you don't fucking talk shit to me. I said, and he
I mean,
said-
I'm
and he
not.
said-
You're not calling that out.
And then Paz says, well, you want to fucking make something of it, make something of it.
You
So
want
I
to
go to-
make something
I'm
of
sitting
it.
Who
down,
is
he's
this
standing
guy?
up, right?
This guy's the Gooch from fucking different shows.
Not the gooch.
We're at like
Wow.
75.
75 live.
So I say, yeah, I want to fucking make something of it. So I'm sitting down, Chris. So I go to stand up, and then fucking...
I'm sitting down, Chris. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So before I can get up, fucking Scott Steiner fucking jumps on me, right? Puts me in some fucking hold, right? So and I can't get this motherfucker up. He's
First off, I know no holds. I only know how to throw my hands. I don't know MMA gimmicks. I only know how to throw hands. So I
say, all right, enough. You got me this. I tap a little bit. Not a lot. I tap a little bit.
a little bit.
Little
tap.
bit, little
Yo,
bit.
you tap, the match is over. It don't
Yeah.
matter. A little bit, a little
So
bit.
Paz gets up, right? And as I get up to fucking foreign object him from behind, fucking Rick Steiner fucking jumps on me nonetheless too. So now I got fucking OG Gavin jumped on top of me, and he's got moves for days. He's got holds for days.
Here's the real story. I did come out of the mic booth.
With the Frankensteiner?
Yeah,
You hit
he
him with
put
it?
him in the Frankensteiner, yeah. And then the Steiner recliner. So I walk out. He says something smart to me. And I say, what, pussy? He sees my gun and asks, and he goes, yo, you're packing? First of all, this guy's talking like a fucking 80s fucking movie. I haven't heard someone say packing since, like, Colors was out. I'm like, pussy, I'll put this gun over here and I'll fucking beat the ghost out of you. So he got fucking slapped around a little bit. And then I was like, yo, man, I can't do this guy dirty. I was the best man in his wedding. You know what I mean? So
I'm packing.
I had already put my gun over to the side because he wanted to get beat up with just hands. So I sit down. I listen to the verse. Gavin comes in from getting a gimmick from the machine, you know, like peanuts or something, the gimmick machine.
Sure.
Then Pablo says something to him, and then he beats him. And then he taps twice. That's the story.
And then fucking 20 minutes later, of course, I'm yelling at Gavin again because he's eating again late at night, so I yell at him again. He jumps on me again.
Oh yeah.
I think he heard him.
Yeah.
He heard himself on that gimmick, remember?
No.
You pulled something.
Jeez.
No,
You got up. He got up, and then as I wanted to get up, I realized that I had a pain going down the whole of my back to my leg, and I had to no-sell for the rest of the night, and I couldn't get up off the chair because you fucked me up so bad.
Yeah, and then the next week you were like, all right, yo, I was,
like a month.
yeah, you were
Yeah.
like, yo, you guys like fucked up my gimmick. So there was,
We took him out.
you just heard the fabricated story, then the real story. Back to business. Wow. Back to business. We even got off track with Negative Approach, even though it was a brilliant 1 for 3 list. So we're
Check it
talking
out.
Gorilla Biscuits. We're talking Used It Today. This band that Gavin's hipping me to, which is called the
Trouble.
The Trouble.
Breakdown.
Does the Trouble have like shoot music like that I could purchase, or
Yeah,
just
they
did
got a
that?
record up. Yeah.
So I could buy this.
Well, yeah, they put it
All
out
right.
probably, I think, like late 90s.
All right, and Gavin, you're putting them over because you don't like really anything past certain years. So why are you
They're hard, Boston hardcore, man.
Yeah, all right. So is there any
How
part
would
of
you
the fest
describe
you
them,
want to?
Chris?
Yeah,
What's up?
can you
How would you
describe them to
describe
me?
them?
Very
Little bitty, little bit slap shoddy, little
yeah,
bit. Definitely,
that.
you can hear if you're in the know, you'll know they're from Boston.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely got like
So
a
it's
hard,
a hard-
street
there's a
punk
Boston-
boy
all right, all
influence
right.
in there too. It's
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you about a band. Just because you're here, and
Yeah.
we talk too much entirely. The
right.
podcast fellas.
It happens.
Are you hip to Skin Flicks, the
Skin
band?
Flicks.
Yes.
That's all you talking. No.
But not the porno,
I'm
a
like,
band.
well, yeah. I
Okay,
mean, you know.
because now you'll be maybe the 5th person
Okay.
who I know that has been involved in this culture for decades
Right.
that said, no, I'm not familiar. So now I'm beginning to believe that Gavin
not
found
real?
this band that isn't real. Because we've been listening to them every day, and I'm asking like OG New York skinhead dudes, and Jason Carter from Sheer Terror didn't know. And this dude knows every Oi or street
Right.
punk band ever.
Skin Flicks.
Yeah, so just real quick, this isn't my recommendation, but if you're into street punk, if you're into Foreskins, they're basically like a 90s version. To me, those records, or early 2000s, to me, the first thing you sent me, I thought that might have been from the early 80s. So they even went to
honestly,
great lengths to make their shit sound like
that vibe.
that
Yeah.
vibe, production-wise. And all I can find, if you try to buy their records, you can't buy them. You know that there's like a one site that has people's discography.
Right.
One, it'll pop up and it'll show you what they did. It's like, I think 3 7-inches and an LP, but that band fucking rules. But everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, I don't know that.
So
at
I
all.
think Gavin like invented them
I did.
and uploaded like a bunch of songs.
he just played a bunch of instruments and
Yeah,
put it together.
him and Mick.
One man
One-man
band.
Him and Mick Brotrue made the band that I'm supposed to be in. and he tried to pit them over to me. So back to your festival that you and Liam and Joe work so hard.
Who else is on the
Joe,
bill?
what up, by the way? So pit some people over. Let kids know.
Integrity
Integrity.
headlining Friday. Super fucking stoked for that.
Great. I was
when the fucking
I
last
didn't-
time they played Philly was probably in the 90s.
Would remind me, were there very first stuff was Integrity on New Age Records? Like, remember when the upfront signal,
Maybe
the upfront 7-inch,
fucking 7.
maybe a 7-inch?
Maybe.
Could be completely wrong.
Could be.
No, because I was a New Age records
yeah,
mark.
like-
Huge New Age records.
I don't even remember who was on New Age.
Unbroken, Outspoken, all those old
yeah.
California
Yeah, it was probably
bands,
stuff.
fucking-
My guess would be that you don't like.
Yeah,
I know Gavin doesn't like. I don't.
Yeah.
Think, I put Pablo
Mean
up
Season.
on the Mean Season was great. I put Pablo up on the Daybreak 7-inch. And you loved that. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Yeah, it was like Shadow Season ish.
Yeah, all day with that.
Yeah, so it was that style. I don't even know. Again,
Gotcha.
we covered the styles things. I don't know. There's 85 subgenres of every
Sure,
subculture.
absolutely.
Like when I say someone suggests hip hop to me, I'm like, what do they sound like? And they're like, there's 10 names for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I love New Age records. I want to say something integrity that's how I stumbled upon them in 90-ish,
Very
91.
possible.
But I was with the Krishnas at the time when I
Right,
discovered
right,
them.
right,
So
right.
yeah. So please continue. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Well, it's all right. We got Burn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
man.
right, Burn.
Haven't seen them since they were putting music
The
out.
first time around, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going, what,
Yeah,
26 years?
1990.
Wow.
26 years.
Yo, they still got
And-
it.
and
We just did those
Chaka-
2 shows for them a couple months ago. They fucking still
Chaka
got it.
made my head explode when I was 13, so I'm sure it's going to happen again.
Still
Yeah.
got it. Still got it.
And then Sicko told me he did something for John Bunch's memorial.
Yeah, he did one
Yeah,
of the
he did
Sensual
Overstand.
songs.
That's awesome.
Great. He killed
And
it.
I think that was the best
It was definitely the
song,
highlight.
like,
I agree. Because that's one of my
yeah.
favorite Senfield songs in the first place.
Yeah.
And then having Chaka come out, it was like, oh fuck.
And because it was
they didn't say who was doing what song.
Right,
He
right,
came
right.
out and they went into it. I fucking popped.
and
Are
it
you
was
a Burn
so-
fan, Gavin?
No.
No.
it was
I figured I know who and what you hate, and I figured they might have slipped through the crack of your hatred.
I don't dislike them, but I wouldn't say
No,
so.
but I know what you dislike, and I figured that they may have because that shit was hard.
yeah.
And I was an Orange 9 fan too.
Yeah.
They had a couple good songs.
I was an Orange 9.
The
I
first
love
EP
the
on
EP
Rev,
on Rev.
so good. I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
what I'm thinking
And
of.
then
Yeah.
that-
Driving Not Included, the first full length.
That was on East West,
also
right?
real good. Yeah,
I
the
love
first one.
that.
And then after that, they got a little goofy.
After,
I don't know
I
anything
never
after
heard
that.
anything
Don't-
past
it's
the
nothing
Driving Not
memorable.
Included. So that means
Driving Not Included is great. Second full length had a couple of good songs, but overall it's kind of just not as good as Driving Not
Okay.
Included. And then after that, they just went off on some.
I didn't even.
Yeah,
I'm keeping it 100. I didn't know they went past that.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
me
Yeah,
neither.
that-
So, but I mean that's better for me because
sure.
I remember them
you
better.
remember them better, you know,
Yeah.
in a good. But yeah, that early shit was.
So Burn, which will
got
be
burned.
incredible.
Yeah, we got.
I hope they do the
Fucking-
songs from the Rebuilding comp.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
I think that's the best hardcore comp ever.
That is awesome.
not gonna argue with that.
All right, what's better?
Oh, here we go. All right.
What's a better New York what's a better hardcore
the
comp?
way it is.
You're gonna say, well,
the
yeah.
wild
Where the
things
wild
are.
things
Where the wild things are,
Where the wild things are.
way it is.
Where the
I'm
wild
gonna
things
tell you
We're
something.
rebuilding.
There's things I fucking loathe on Where the Wild Things Are.
If you say Norman Bates and the Showerheads, we're fighting.
Wow.
Because that's the best shit on the record.
awful. Then what? Then wait, did I just say Where Wild Things Were? Or
Yeah, or the
Yeah.
way it
You
is.
mean,
and then the way it is have the Nausea song on there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now I was a Nausea fan, but that doesn't belong on that record to me.
See, I wasn't a fan, but I liked that song.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, I went to Revival to see them.
Yeah.
When there was a line drawn in the sand of
Yeah.
this isn't
Right,
hardcore
right,
because I was like, oh, that girl's with Roger and Murray.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll go just
Yeah.
on that.
Right.
Then I bought that. To this day, the bedroom in my mother's house that I grew up in, there's still a Nausea poster there.
Nice.
Nice.
And Amy Murray snubbed me when I asked her to sign my cassette.
Wow.
For real?
Yeah, but I'll tell you this. She snubbed me on some like political punk rock, I don't believe in autograph shit.
Okay.
Not I'm an asshole.
Okay.
Like it wasn't my cassette. I asked her to sign the brim of my hat.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't, but then talked to me for a while.
Okay,
So it
all
wasn't
right,
like
all right, yeah.
it wasn't superstar. It was
Yeah.
like that, like anarch or like anarchist punk.
Right,
like
right,
I don't
right.
believe in class and
Absolutely.
But I was so little. I was literally 12.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like, you know what I mean? I never held a grudge about that, but there are serious flaws with those records that Gavin is putting over. Gavin probably hates every song on the Rebuilding
Yeah, I
Comp,
think
if I think about it.
the good
What
stuff
song?
on there
It's
was
Gorilla
real good.
Biscuits, Turning Point, Burn, and
No
No Escape.
Escape.
So you probably
We
like
just
the
did
No
the
Escape.
reunion for
Yeah.
last week, and
Which
they
I
fucking
was
great.
pissed. I
Is
couldn't
Ben
make it
still
to.
playing? Is Ben in the band?
In what band?
In No Escape, Pig?
I think the pictures that he was in the picture. The
Because we've known Ben
For a long
for
fucking
The bass player.
bass player.
no, they got new bass player.
Okay,
Yeah.
we-
He's
we-
the only. It's the 3-year OGs. And then
We
the
know
new bass player.
Ben from like skateboarding days in
Okay.
'88, like '87.
Which Ben?
I don't know if we should say his.
All right, tell me off air.
Yeah,
Because I can't remember.
No, especially if he's not in the band anymore. I don't want to like sort of get
Yeah.
in some wormhole if there's heat or something.
Yeah,
I don't
I
wanna
don't know
do that.
what.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
Tell me-
not-
tell me
it's
off
none
air,
of- It's
but-
none of our business. So continue.
You
Please.
wait. You don't think Where the Wild Things Are?
I think everything on the rebuilding comp, I mean, minute
Everything.
1 to the end is
Solid.
perfect.
I agree.
Where the wild things are,
Look up,
have
Pablo, look up Where the Wild Things Are
And read off the sound.
Yeah, and The Way It Is.
Yeah,
Or-
Hardcore the way
and
it
I'm
is.
going to tell you why they're not
let's,
perfect.
Let's go through the tracks.
Not saying they're perfect because that Norman Bates in the shower head ruins it, but everything else is
Hold on,
fucking
hold on.
brilliant.
Let's see.
If you have a record in front of me right now with 10 songs and they're perfect, in your right hand you have a record with 10 songs and 9 of them perfect, I want to listen to the one with the 10 perfect.
Sure.
Depends.
It depends on if you're a contrarian jerk off.
No, it's not. It's not. Has nothing to be.
Done did it.
Nothing to do with being
Nothing to
contrarian.
do did dead.
Where the Wild Things Are has sheer terror. End of story.
Hold on.
Yes, it
let's,
does.
Let's compare. Let's compare.
End of story.
Then the dog it.
Keep filibustering. Take a while.
Filler.
See?
The Google machine's broken.
See? Now if
He's on some dial-up
if
shit.
you-
It takes
I
a
almost
while.
just picked up the phone
Why
and did
did-
it.
I wanna
don't
hit
know.
6K.
I don't
This
know.
isn't a joke question.
I
This is a
don't
shoot.
know.
Why didn't you do
I
that?
don't know. I don't know.
If somebody,
Because
if
he's
you,
got a whole fucking gimmick
I mean,
in
he's
front
got a
of him.
laptop.
if you've asked him to do 20 things in 20 episodes, the only time he gave you an answer quickly was 7,000 people at the tweeter, and it holds 25,000.
And it was wrong.
And it was wrong. Here comes Chop.
And our second special guest of the evening,
Chop, you want to come here and go and make a?
Chopper Sick Balls. Where's he at?
Oh,
Did you find it yet, Big?
What the fuck?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Now we have to do
Which
it.
one are you looking up? I'll
Yeah,
look
whatever.
up
Then
for
you.
I'll look up Where the Wild Things Are. Fucking hell.
What am I looking up, sicko?
The Way It Is.
The Way It Is
New York
compilation.
Hardcore, yeah.
How do you not know how to use Google, man?
It keeps saying it's on blackout.
Right.
It is on Blackout.
Jesus.
Talking about the one with an outburst and
You
killing
got it.
time.
How do you
All right.
not? How do you not?
I
know?
have it. It's right here.
So do I.
First song, Hard Way by Outburst.
fuck.
Hard.
Yes.
Controlled Outburst. Hard.
Agreed.
Killing Time. Bright Side.
Rules all day.
Yeah.
Backtrack Killing Side. Hard. 5 and 6 is Life's Blood. Reckoning Force and
come on.
Carrying On.
That wins. Hands down. Hands down.
7 and 8 and 9. Breakdown. All I Ask. Diss and Dismissed. Kickback.
All day.
10 and 11.
Kickback holds a dear place in my heart. I'm on the cover of that on a Terror 7-inch.
Nice.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Breakdown, playing This Is Hardcore.
Yes. What
Yes.
up, Jeff?
Killing
Break-
Time, playing This Is Hardcore.
Those two, Killing Time could have been in my top 3. But bright, but it's but to me it's only
if you
Bright
want to
Side.
ask, I was gonna say, if you want to ask me top 3 albums, Bright Side's up there.
Agreed.
10 and
I
11.
agree.
Sheer Terror. Cup of Joe and Not Giving Up.
Come on. Come on.
12, 13. Maximum Penalty.
Oh, yeah.
14 and 15, one band that I really liked, Uppercut.
Oh,
Down for the
I
Count,
forgot all
and
about
Am I
that.
Clear.
The Uppercut discography is great.
That
there's a
shit,
CD
that
floating
Am I
around
Clear
out
shit back then was hard.
there.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
day, Bubba.
16, 17, Norman Bates gimmick.
Yeah.
18, Grill Biscuits Sitting Around at Home, which is one of the...
Sit
Which is a
around
great
and
version.
Buzzcut.
Sitting around
And then, all right, so let's go to The Way It Is.
I already had it. I mean, who are you? I already got it. I've been sitting
You
here.
know what? I'm done with you.
Done with you.
If you're really done with me,
Just do it.
Are you done
if
with
you're
gonna
really
do.
done with me, that's the best thing I ever heard
Just
on
do
this
what you're going to
podcast.
do.
Hey, bold.
Never liked them.
Oh.
I like that song.
Stop it.
I like
Wise
that. I
Up.
like Wise Up. I do like that song.
Nausea, fall out of our being.
Love
Big
that
fan,
song.
big fan.
Warzone
Yo,
as one.
yo.
All day.
Fucking forget it.
Rabies all day. Warzone, escape from your society.
All day.
Gorilla Biscuits, Better Than You.
One of their
Love
best
it.
songs.
Yeah.
Gorilla Biscuits, Forgotten.
Well, one of the very
I
underrated
don't remember
songs.
it.
Trip 6, Back with a Vengeance. No selling all
I
day.
didn't like
Nah.
that. I
No
didn't like
selling
it.
all
Yep.
day. Breakdown Sick People.
One of the greatest hardcore
Yep.
songs ever written.
Youth of Today, Together.
Okay.
And
Youth of Today, Understand.
nope.
No, thank you.
Sick of It All, Politics.
All
day.
Sick of It All, Pete's Sake.
Yes.
All day.
Crackdown, Ignorance.
Yes, I liked that.
This is going to get a boo. Side by Side, Jackie Brown.
Hey!
She's giving us the death look.
Jackie, this is Chris. Chris, Jackie.
Hey.
Hi. How is your podcast going?
It's
It's
going.
going.
It's
Going.
right now.
Side by Side, people selling or no selling. I like Side by
I
Side.
like the one song on their 7-inch and
I love
nothing
that,
else.
I love that whole 7-inch.
that. What is it?
Mesonance.
Something in your face. It's like the first song in the 7-inch, whatever the fuck it is.
Gimmick.
Thank you.
Mesonance.
Too much. Youth Defense League, Blue Pride. No,
All day.
no selling. Hi, baby.
Hi.
No selling Youth Defense League. And then Super Touch. Searching
Yo,
for the
love
light.
that
Searching for the light.
Yeah.
I don't like, usually, especially then, I didn't like stuff like that, but I always love that song.
And I'm calling heavy band name one of the greatest band names ever.
Super Touch. Yes. Big up the Bad
One
Brains.
of the greatest band names ever.
My first, I followed the lead of Super Touch and stole a Bad Brains song as the title of my first rap group.
Yep.
For those who don't know, which was Soulcraft.
Yep.
That was Jedi Mind Tricks, just
Yeah.
with under a different name.
Yeah.
Stupid name.
I'm still saying where the wild
Sicko,
things
since
are.
I cut you off, if you want to bring up the rebuilding comp, but I can tell you now, everything Gavin will no sell on that.
I don't remember what was on the rebuild.
But it's only four bands,
all
2 songs
one
each.
song.
Wasn't it a 7-inch?
Yes, a 7-inch and a CD, and I don't know if there was a cassette.
It's not for me, Bubba.
I mean,
It's okay.
Rebuild it. It was on Temperance.
Captain
yes,
Blue, very
Temperance
fun.
Records. Temperance had like 5 releases, and they were all good.
All right. Turning Point Broken.
Yeah, brilliant.
Burn Drawn all
Brilliant.
day. Gorilla Biscuits Biscuit Power all day.
I like that.
No Escape Silence I liked.
Oh,
Is that your best
hard.
song?
Yes.
Turning Point Insecurity.
Insecurity.
You see this thing. The whole thing is Turning Point. The Burn song on it I did like.
Drown? Yeah, it's one of their best songs.
Turning Point Thursday. Turning Point Behind This Wall. Turning Point Anxiety Asking.
All the best Turning Point songs.
Greatest
and
stuff.
then the 3 No Escape songs. Framework, Guilty, and No.
Which were all amazing.
Oh, no, the Big Boys cover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still saying Where the Wild Things Are all day.
Yeah. Me too.
I mean,
Well,
you can't touch
how
it.
about this? Goofy you.
I mean, you can't touch it.
Upon further review,
Yeah.
I'll take any one of them any day.
All right.
How about this? Goofy you and Goofy you.
How about Life's Blood's on it? That's all
I did.
that matters.
Thank you. Thank you.
How about just put on the
Although-
Life's Blood album?
I forgot about that uppercut. That shit's hard.
Right.
Get an uppercut.
Or if you want to say,
no.
if you-
not in a straight edge band.
Right. I don't wear X's
Yeah.
on my hand.
Hard.
how
That's
about
no
we-
offense, pal. No
how
offense.
about we,
Especially back then.
Back then.
It was for me. That was a fucking statement.
Yeah.
They were fucking making.
What up, Steve Murphy? And also at I can't remember exactly which show it was. One of the Killing Time shows because they were real tight with
You don't fucking know.
Uppercut. Steve Murphy is one of the few people that did a fucking stage dive from the little crow's nest window.
Okay.
There's like 3 people infamous for doing it. 2 people are infamous. Not a lot of people know about Steve's, but the 2 most well known are fucking Eddie Leeway did a brilliant one that Salerno's got a genius photo of him just about to launch. But the most famous one is Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Jimmy made a habit out of it.
Gestapo.
So there you have it.
All right, so
I'm saying where wild things are all day.
Yeah, well, we're gonna take our first break, but we'll finish putting over who's gonna be at the festival when we come back.
Yeah, we'll get
First
more
break.
into that, definitely.
So, all right, we'll be right back.
Know what I'm saying, yo? This is Professor Pablo, and you're listening to the Broad Street Breakdown with Vinnie Paz.
We're back.
That was tremendous.
It was tremendous.
It's a good clap.
Broad Street Breakdowns brought to you by Crescent Street Tattoo, 4371 Crescent Street, Philly, PA. 215-487-0360. Facebook, Instagram, website, Crescent Street Tattoo. Email crescentstreettattoo@gmail.com. Real quick before we get back to this with Chris, the OG's gonna explain to you what you need to do with your life.
So we got some numbers this past week of the amount of downloads we're getting, and we're doing really well, better than we thought we were doing. So, and we appreciate everybody doing the download thing, but what's starting to happen, without getting into too much detail about it, is that people are starting to take notice, and that means that we will have some freedom to do some more things if certain people start to take notice. So that's what's starting to happen now. So I know we've asked you this a bunch of times, but what we're asking everybody to do is download the episodes. Super important. You can stream it from a bunch of places and listen to it however you want, but you just initially download it and then do whatever with it. Delete it, whatever. But those download numbers matter. So if you listen to it on YouTube, that's cool, if that's the way you prefer to listen to it. But we need those download numbers because when we started really pushing the download thing, the numbers went up significantly. And now heads are starting to sort of get at us about some things which will allow us to do more things more often. So if you could just download the episodes, that will help us out quite a bit, so we can have some more options of things we can do with this. Thank you.
Yeah, so we didn't really wrap up with Chris properly before the break. So if you want to say, let everyone know who else is playing other than what you said, and definitely the dates, the ticket info, and all of that, and whoever's listening to Broad Street Breakdown Heads, like, we'll all be there, you know what I mean? So come up and say hello.
And will the jousting circle be going on outside?
The fucking crazy SCA shit. I have no idea. That's all Joe. That's all Joe. I don't.
What did you refer to it as?
SCA.
What does that mean?
The Society for Creative
Gimmick.
Some shit. Anachronism. Some fucking word that I am not correctly pronouncing right now. That I also don't care about.
All right.
Dudes hitting each other with sticks and armor.
Yeah, I want to watch Joe joust.
I'm a big fan.
He does it. Man.
Oh, I know.
That's his thing, man.
I'm a big fan of that.
Captain Lou likes it.
This is LARP core, is what it is.
This is LARP core?
Nice. Except I don't think you're supposed to call it
LARP.
LARP.
Joe gets so mad.
Very bothered
they get
by
so
that.
mad if you call it LARPing.
It is
I
not
feel
LARPing.
like a different thing.
What's LARPing?
Live action role
playing.
playing. The dudes that like dress up and run around
Like the parks?
fucking
like
like
in
play
the,
like live D&D.
Like the movie.
The movie
With the bull, with
Stifler and Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
That movie's funny as fuck if you haven't seen it.
So you're saying there's something different than that?
What's it called?
Yeah.
These dudes
just straight up like build
they're
their
not
armor
playing
and weapons and fuck each
Yeah,
other
they
up.
ain't playing games. They ain't pretending that they're in the medieval times. They're just putting on gimmicks and fucking
jousting.
whacking each other.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I would imagine he'd probably have it there.
And the last few times I was at this hardcore, they built like this little ring
Because
out
Joe
back.
does it, like, that's one of his hobbies. Like, he goes out all the time with these dudes and does his thing. So, like, he brought that into This Is Hardcore, too, and, like, set up, like, the pen outside and, like, just let dudes in armor.
I'll watch that.
Yeah, I'll watch that. If I don't like a band, I'll watch that all day long.
That's my favorite part of the fest.
Grabbing some
hands down.
wenches, you know what I'm saying? I can get into that shit.
Have some grog.
Some mead.
Have a tankard of grog and mead.
Gruel.
We'll eat some gruel.
So yeah, let them know, Chris.
It's fucking Thursday, August 4th through Sunday, August 7th. Thursday is completely sold out right now, so if y'all slept on that, I'm sorry.
Oh well.
Yeah, Thursday's sold out, and the 4-day passes are sold out. So if you don't have either one of those, you're not
You're
not
Creek
seeing
without
Luther
a paddle.
Today in Burn on Thursday. I'm sorry, you know.
That's a shame.
But
That's a shame.
but thank you to everyone who bought those tickets. It's you know. There are still 3-day passes that get you into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then single day tickets for all 3 of those days. Friday, those 3 days are all at the Electric Factory here in Philly, obviously. Friday we got Integrity, Ringworm, Nails, Iron Reagan, Haymaker.
I was gonna say
the
Vinny
Nails is
loves
fucking
Nails.
savage, dude. that new record is probably my favorite thing that come out so far
Love
this year.
it. Love it.
You got Full of Hell, Eternal Sleep, Year of the Knife, Iron Price. Saturday, we got Gorilla Biscuits, Killing Time, The Trouble, Wisdom in Chains, Most Precious Blood, Power Trip, Incendiary, Criminal Instinct, Lifeless, Rude Awakening, Strength for a Reason, Malice at the Palace, Red Death, Hellweed, all the way from Russia.
Nice.
Absolute Suffering, No Zodiac, and 10 Ton Hammer. Yeah, Saturday is obviously our longest day.
Indeed.
Sunday's no slouch either. That's when we get the Turning Point tribute reunion.
What is the singer situation for that?
Singer situation
or is
there.
Is it secret?
No. It's Tim McMahon from Mouthpiece doing the bulk of it, and then a little bit of help from Rob Fish from 108.
Okay.
And Jeff Rickley from Thursday.
Okay.
So it's kind of got different stuff because the band kind of progressed as they went on,
absolutely.
and like the vocals got a little different. So they got some different dudes handling different areas of the band
for the more melodic stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then we also got Floor Punch, Breakdown, Ruiner, Strife, All Else Failed, Zayo, Angel Dust, Freedom. Have you heard Freedom yet, by the way? That's a thing I think would be right up your alley. They're total, fucking negative approach work.
Yeah.
Great.
They're kids, too, yeah?
Young.
Yeah,
They get it. From Detroit, so I guess they came up with it.
Right.
Must be in the water.
That Detroit shit, man. You come out of Detroit like, oh, man.
Oh, all day
I
long.
don't give a fuck.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we got Naysayer, Blistered, True Love, who are also from Detroit. A lot, actually, they share members with Freedom, too.
Oh, yeah.
We got Jesus Peace from Philly.
That's a great band name.
Yeah.
Oh, man, amazing.
They're Breakaway, Time Bomb, and Jagged Visions kicking shit off on Sunday. And then we got after shows every night, too, which we haven't announced yet.
Nice.
I mean, we're 2 weeks out now, so it's coming soon. Maybe by the time this episode's up.
Okay.
They'll know.
Cool.
But the tickets that are still available, you get thisishardcorefest.com/tickets, and then there's links on there for each individual day and the 3-day pass. It's just like one-stop shop. You can, you don't have to fucking. It's all there, right there for you.
It's easy for you as kids.
Right, yeah. Tried to make it easy for people. Hit me up. Where do I get tickets? Probably at the ticket link, but here it is.
Right.
And then, we got all the social media stuff if you want to follow and keep up in real time with all the dumb shit we're doing. It's facebook.com/thisishardcorefest. And then the Instagram and the Tumblr are This Is Hardcore Fest also. And the Twitter is TIHC Fest.
Okay.
And then that's all our shit.
And I just got to ask, Chris, what's the re-entry policy for this?
You know what? I'm done. It's good to see you guys. I'm out of here.
Yes!
Son of a bitch, he got me.
I don't get it though. So, because I always, forever, that's been like the memes.
That's kind of that's a fucking running gag at this point.
So you can go in and see the bands, and then go outside in the parking lot, and that's it.
We got that whole big fucking. We practically have an entire city block roped off for you people. So I don't even know what they want from me now.
Or where you would go.
Where you want to go in the middle of fucking 7th and Spring Garden? Yeah, real fucking a lot going on in that neighborhood.
It's one of those things where you have this, and this. You have all these
but
great
I want
things
this
to fast.
too.
Oh, but you don't have this?
Right.
Meh.
I tell them, I think next year, with each paid ticket gets you a staff member to follow you around and wipe your ass in the bathroom for you when you're done. I mean, what else do you want from us? You know what I mean? But yeah, no, there actually is re-entry. That's a fucking... The first year, the venue was like, I don't know about this. And then, everybody cried about it. So the next year, we're like, here it is. Find something else to complain about.
Yeah.
And of course they did.
Of course.
Always.
Of course they did.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Can't please anybody.
No, you
But
can't.
tickets are selling well, so if you haven't got on that yet,
Get on that shit.
Do it now, and we'll see you there. I'm very
Come
excited.
hang out with us.
I'm very stressed, but I'm also very excited. It's that time of year where the rest of my hair starts turning gray.
Shit starts hitting the fan.
Yeah.
But it's all worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I freak the fuck out about it now, but midway through the weekend, I'm just like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, you watch the baby, everything come to fruition.
Right, with like everybody from all over the world hanging out and having fun. I'm just
Thomas Oy making an appearance this year.
That's another thing. I don't want to say too much now, but Thomas has got something going on.
Oh, does he?
What?
Okay.
Well, I just gave everybody all the social medias pay attention to those because some weird shit's about to fly off.
Nice.
Like, weird shit.
I like the video you just dropped too.
Which
the fucking the Beavis and Butthead.
the
dinner break.
The dinner break video. Yeah. After Terror had to drop, we replaced them with some very exciting special guest. But yeah, Thomas Oy has got big plans.
Good deal.
Big plans. I know we're kind of notorious for doing real stupid shit. Like we make our movies and all the memes and all that. Just because I guess
it's pronounced Mimi.
Mimi. Oh, Mimi. Yeah. It's we like to have fun. You know what I mean? And it's also a way of like kind of keeping ourselves sane, like while we're going crazy working on this thing. But I think with this, we have reached a entire new level of stupid.
Yes!
Like
I'm sold.
As soon as this was brought up, I was just like, how the fuck is this real life? And it's an actual thing, and I'll tell you when we're off the air what it is.
Beautiful. I like that.
So fucking stupid. And I can't wait to do it. But yeah, so just keep an eye on our shit. It's going to get real silly at the end of this month.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
All right. Well,
along with hardcore, there's another big interest in this room.
I was thinking about where last week what we were talking about, the draft hadn't happened in WWE, so we were waiting for Monday's Raw, and you were saying you thought Seth was going to go over before the. So
he kind of did.
Yeah, he kind of did. So let's just talk about the ending of that Raw, Chris. What did you think about the Raw in general?
Well, in general, it was a fucking typical episode. Had its ups and downs, cool shit. The main event match was awesome. Why wouldn't it be? Those two fucking work so well together every time. You can't go wrong putting Ambrose and Rollins together. And then the end happened, and I was like, all right, they really want you to watch SmackDown tomorrow, don't they?
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't they? They're relaunching. It's a big deal. So, holy shit, title change, really? Shenanigans at the end. Stephanie said, all right, you're the champ now.
I thought that was good
and
shit.
Then it goes off the air, and everybody thinks, well, that's that. Tune in tomorrow, right? And then fucking 5 minutes later, the internet's blowing up. Oh, no, Dean's still the champ. They set it off the air on the network after Raw went off. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought there was really good stuff on. There was some really good stuff on Raw.
Yeah.
A couple of things for the shits. I thought the finish was dope in terms of setting up SmackDown, and then like as you said, they fucked that up.
Right, like
because to
if
me
that's how they did the result. That's cool, but don't fucking do it off the air, and then you have people tuning in on Tuesday saying, what the fuck, I thought Seth won last night.
Right.
Made no sense. Bad business. They dropped the ball.
Gavin, you hit me, because I was watching it later. You were watching it live on Monday night, and you were like, yeah. You like some of the stuff that happened, right? And then...
I loved the last match. I loved the ending. I don't love that they never addressed it.
Right.
It was just, it almost seemed like it was a mistake. And a part of me wants to go back and rewatch it because maybe something fucked up in that.
I thought...
And they called it in the ring?
When I saw, to me, the ref did something weird.
I wasn't paying enough
When I watched it, the ref did something weird, and I thought he fucked up. But... I don't know. I could be completely off because he's got the gimmick in his ear, and that's Vince. So unless something was faulty,
and they just did it on the fly,
and they called it on the fly, I don't know. But all right, let's say they did. Then they should have realized it was brilliant, though. Even if it was a manifestation of a fuck up.
It's the only thing that would make sense that they didn't address it on any level the next day is that it was some kind of thing that they had to call it in the ring. I don't know. I would have to rewatch it. Honestly, I wasn't watching close enough to say.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah, I specifically remember. I mean, it's like usually we're on the phone and then you know what I mean, and looking up. But I specifically remember being like, that looked weird. Like someone was supposed to kick out on the two and didn't.
And both their shoulders were down, so they called it.
So they called. So they called the spot after it happened. because to me, he looked mad weird, like he was waiting for the kick out, but knew that he couldn't.
The word is, the word is that the ref is supposed to count it like it's a legit thing. Vince has said that since day one. You count it 3.
Always
like
count. It's up to them to kick out.
Yes. And if they fuck up, that's on them. The ref is supposed to count it like it's a legit fucking thing.
Okay.
Maybe they fucked up, and Stephanie is so good that she fucking improvised with it and just was like, okay, I'll go down there and fucking say whatever, and 5 minutes from now we'll just say.
It never happened.
Never happened.
I want to also...
because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
The shit she has been doing recently has been great to me, man.
She's fucking brilliant.
She's fucking gold,
fucking
man.
brilliant, man.
When Cena came out and she was dancing to his theme song, and I mean, it's...
She's one of the only people who gets legit heat. Real heel heat.
Agreed. Not smart heat.
No.
She gets
kind of like Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah.
People hated Vicky.
Yes.
Not me.
No.
People
all day. I put her all day long. I mean, if you're around Eddie and that family and like that family was just next level. You know what I mean?
I remember when Vicky used to come on. Jackie would be like, "Oh, I hate her." I'd be like,
"Yes, she's doing her job."
Yeah. I mean, when you legit, when someone legit gets heat, you feel like this is genius.
Yeah.
Like when X-Pac was over, Pablo would be like, "Yo, I hate this guy," and I'm like, "But he's over. This doesn't that's bad heat. That's terrible heat because you know what I mean. That guy was just like, I mean, what He's such a level of douchebag like Michaels that their work, whether good, great, or it's dwarfed by how much of a dildo they are. You know what I mean? Because you have to respect how good Michaels was, but he's just never on my top 5 because of the type of dildo all those dudes were, the clique.
Right.
You know what I mean? For me, you know, whatever. But
what do you
the Raw. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
What do you think about Brock? It just popped in my head. We didn't even say we were going to talk about this.
Wellness policy?
Yeah,
well, do you think... well, first off, I texted because some boxing dudes I know were like, he's saying it was an asthma gimmick.
Well, I just... sidebar. Meltzer put out that Rollins got busted on Adderall. It wasn't Roids. Roman, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Roman,
it was Adderall. I saw that today.
Yeah, Adderall.
And you said where it could be like a prescription thing, but it could also be.
It was the same thing that dude got, Adam Rose got busted on. Adderall. Because
that is prescribed for people that can't focus.
Right. But it can also be abused and used recreationally.
Right.
So they don't know.
Really?
So they didn't say. They said it was just like.
Right, if you don't have an issue to be medicated on
and
it
you take
from,
it,
and you take
it,
it,
you all fucked
it
up,
gets you. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know Chooch, wasn't that they busted Chooch for? But in baseball, it helped focus on the ball. So it makes complete sense there.
Right.
There's
and I think you can get an exemption in baseball
if it's medically prescribed
if you have
that's
prescribed. I don't think he did.
That's what Adam Rose was saying. He was medically prescribed it.
Right.
Now, Roman, if they suspended him for 30 days and he's the top guy, motherfucker did not have a prescription.
Right.
Away.
Well, I guess the issue with the Brock thing is Vince going to finagle a way to be like, well, they popped him, but he wasn't under my, I don't want to use the word jurisdiction. He wasn't under my, he wasn't with us.
He didn't fail the fucking
our wellness test.
Like,
someone
when we tested him, he was clean. I don't know, man.
Someone brought so SummerSlam is in Brooklyn, right?
Right.
So someone brought up like, yo, the athletic commission of the New York Athletic Commission can come into play with this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he would still piss dirty today because I have no experience with those type of drugs. I don't know how long people piss dirty. The fighters I know who were definitely on gas had this regimented program where they would piss clean because they got it out of their system. Exactly. Right. But this seems seems truncated, this situation that he just got popped. When was that fight? Last 3 weeks ago, maybe?
Right? And then, it happened afterwards. Like, oh, by the way, he just...
So
saying, he was fucking on the shit.
This is where I think the deal with Dana and Vince got fucked up. because I'm under the assumption, I'm pretty sure Vince has a certain testing policy and Dana's got a certain testing policy. Vince is in-house. Dana, not so much.
He uses, USDA or
You
VADA.
ain't fucking telling me Brock ain't on some shit. Nobody looks like that.
And at his age?
It flies under Vince's radar.
Yeah.
Once you go into that other world, yeah. I mean, yeah. Sure. That's why I didn't believe the Roman thing was steroids, because of course he's taking steroids.
Of course.
95 fucking percent of the dudes.
Of course.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly. So there's a certain guideline that Vince has, and then now that he let Brock out into the outside world, the more real world.
Right.
So of course he got fucking pinched with something.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, I think like we can all probably look at the roster and name on one hand possibly two who isn't on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who isn't like? I think Bray is just a big motherfucker.
Right.
He's obviously not muscular. It's just a big boy. Genetics. His pop was a big
family.
dude.
Yeah.
It's his family. That's Blackjack.
Yep.
But like, and then you look at the goof that they got with him that looks like Ogre from.
Fucking Braun
Like Strowman's gassing, man. That dude's a fucking
horse.
Yeah, man. Literally looks like a fucking horse. These dudes, Orton's been popped mad times, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, but I think he's wilding out. I think he's getting popped with like coke or shit like that.
Orton's always been an issue.
Yeah, I mean he's a headache for what?
Loose cannon.
Yeah, headache, loose cannon.
I read a long time ago that Vince had a deal with his father. You know how Vince had that loyalty thing to certain people, like Captain Lou would always be employed.
You always have a job. And
he had the same deal with Bob Orton. So that's why Randy was able to
get the pass.
Yeah.
And fair enough. Like I get it.
And now he's like one of the top guys too. So,
right. Right. You know what I read today? Heyman's contract is up.
Saw that.
Yeah.
So
and supposedly he's not happy. Yeah.
Sure, his boy just got pinched.
Right, and he's not happy with what Vince is doing with him. He proposed being the mouthpiece for the Bullet Club for AJ and the other two goofs. Yeah, and Vince was like, "Nope, I only like you in small doses." He said.
Jesus Christ, he's the best part of the show more often.
Right. I mean, basically, when he comes out, you know from the rip, Paulie's going to be the best part.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, his. You can go back to ECW, but he's reinforced over the past couple years that he's top 5 all time on the stick. I mean, the shit. He could make a shit show. Awful Raw. Just the 10 minutes he's out there and Brock's doing the bouncing gimmick.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Don't let him. I said from the rip because Gavin wasn't too up on AJ because how much he hated TNA, and then got hit through ROH. And New Japan, and I was like, yo, this dude can't really talk though. So
he's doing okay.
I think he can talk as a heel a little bit.
Well, now they fucked it up because they separated them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're doing unless when Finn comes up, they put them with those two bozos.
What the fuck you doing with AJ?
On the other show, fucking, he's gonna be wearing a belt real soon. Maybe not the belt, but a belt.
Yeah. I also read that they're not making the 2 belts like they initially said. Yeah, 1.
Okay, because I had asked you about that.
Well, initially they were saying 2.
I heard initially they
completely,
were going to split them again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now I'm here.
They're saying they might
1.
just keep the 1.
Good.
One, make
one
it more
for
important.
everything.
Like have
That's
fucking
what
one
I'm
dude
saying.
have the best dudes on each show and fucking wrestle the dude on the pay-per-view or whatever.
If Ambrose is your dude, he should be going back and forth between the 2 shows.
Like the old days, coming in through the territory.
Into the territory,
and shit,
right. He can't, man. He can't be the dude. Man.
Why was Dean put over clean on SmackDown?
Because he was the SmackDown guy. It's the first episode of the new era of SmackDown. That makes sense. You want to go with your top guy on that show to make it look legit and important.
What happened Sunday?
That's the fucking kicker, isn't it? Because Roman's back now.
Right.
What are they really going to go with him again, or has ship has sailed?
I think definitely it's sailed for like a year.
Well, I mean, that ship has been sunk at the bottom of the ocean, but it's still fucking crawling.
It's still because they're allowing it to. But it's like
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah. Now I do. There was a time where I was part of this guy's the shits, and now I just feel bad.
I've agreed with that too. I think he can be at that level someday, but he's not, and he's not ready, and he fucking knows it too. I was in attendance at a Q&A with him last year, and this was like after when he got booed at the Royal Rumble and all that, and he was just like, yeah, man, it sucked. He's like, and he's in Philly too, and he's like, yeah, man, that hurt my feelings. He's like, I get it. He's like, I know I'm not at that level yet, and they're pushing me there. He's like, I'm not there yet. He's like, I want to be there. He's like, I want to be that guy, and I'm busting my ass and working my ass off to get there, and I hope I am there someday. He's like, but I'm not there yet. So I
respect that.
That's humble as shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard him say that.
He it was that day. I was like, he just made a fan out of me because he gets it and he knows and he wants to and he's working his ass off. And to his credit, between like then and further on down the line, he improved like tenfold in the ring.
Well, Gavin was pointing out to me like weekly, like he was like, "Yo, man, he's getting better." And I was like, I was no selling him. And then, however many weeks or months, and he's like, "Yo, man, he's getting better." And that one night, whatever night it was, it clicked. You know, maybe it was his work with AJ, whatever it was, it clicked that he was getting better. But I mean, we can get into the natural talent versus learned talent thing. Right. I'm of the mentality that you can't make a talker. I think you're born one or you're not. Some people have gotten better. I've never seen someone.
Look at Seth.
I was that number one fucking example right
I've
there.
never seen someone.
Remember when Seth came in?
Yeah.
And we were like, fuck, he can't talk.
That's exactly what I said. I watched him growing up in Ring of Honor the whole time. I was like, he's fucking
the Tyler
great.
Black
he's fucking great in the ring, but his mic work was atrocious. Like, he'd start talking and we'd all be like, oh, stop. And so when they brought him into NXT, I'm like, he ain't going to be shit. Like, I thought, like, when the fucking... I was like, when it comes time to break the Shield up, he's going to be the one that gets lost in the shuffle. I'm like, Roman's obviously got the look. Dean's got everything. They were grooming him, too, because they gave him the U.S. belt back then. They could make a singles run out of him. I'm like, for as great as Rollins is in the ring, I'm like, he's going to get lost in the shuffle and just be a fucking vanilla fucking midget and end up jobbing on fucking main event superstars. And it's going to suck because he's so good.
Because he's so good. Well,
but
I mean...
fucking in that first year, I guess, whatever, down in NXT, Dusty fucking... did him.
All of a sudden,
he fucking learned how to. And then it turned in that year he had the fucking belt. He was the best part of the show for a whole fucking year.
Goddamn right.
He'd come out there every week and just talk shit, and he was awesome.
I think I agree with everything you said.
Doing like
how many times is that?
Gimmick.
How many times has that happened historically where you said this guy should fucking not be talking,
right?
And then he's great. How many times besides Seth has that happened?
Not a lot. I can't think of anybody. I would have to really.
I mean, there were people, even if they were lower in the card, I always saw it. I always knew Jericho was a lunatic on the stick, even when they were burying him and giving him bad shit to do in WCW. Right. I'm like, if this dude gets a shot, he'll be incredible. You know what I mean? But you see these people. You saw Bray in NXT. You just saw genius from the rip. You know what I mean? I don't mean you can't get better at it. You can get better at it. I've never seen someone go from, like, I wanted to cover my eyes when I watched Seth to I want to hear this dude talk. I've never seen that before, ever. So I don't know how good, through all the training, can Rollins get better in the ring? Yes, he's shown that he can. He's willing to keep getting better. Can his stick work ever get better? I don't know, man. He's a dude, to me, I'm like, put him with Paulie.
Yeah, absolutely. Give him somebody, something.
Or bring back some Captain Lou shit. Right. Or bring back some Fonzie. Bring back, you know what I mean? Like, the manager. Bring that back.
Yeah.
I imagine that there's politics wrapped up with Roman, too.
With Alpha.
The family,
yeah. I mean, obviously, you know.
He might have been gone if he wasn't.
Right, if he was just
look at fucking Adam Rose. He's gone.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, they're like, goodbye.
Yeah.
You got nothing for you. You're barely here anyway.
Right, we're waiting for you to fuck up.
Right. Cesaro shoot.
Yeah, I just know I wanted to.
I meant to say that in my head.
Yeah, well, no, you hit me and you're like, did you see the Cesaro shoot? And of course, I'm taking a shoot.
Right.
And I'm like, what?
Oh,
and you're like, oh, yeah. And you're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, send me this the link, and I'm like, yeah, and you're like, yo, man, people think that was a shoot. Nah.
Heads on Twitter were losing their mind about this. I was seeing all, because I follow a couple wrestling things on there, and you'll see, on Twitter you see the comments, like if they retweet it or whatever.
And then you'll see what other people
Heads
say.
were like believing this was real, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? At this point, you don't get it that like if this was real, you wouldn't see it.
Right.
You only see what they want you to fucking see,
Of
man.
course.
So because he actually had 2 minutes to actually talk and be himself,
Correct.
that doesn't make it a shoot.
Right.
Maybe he wasn't scripted, maybe he wasn't whatever, but they said to him, yo, go out there and voice your frustration about the fucking draft and shit on it a little
like
bit.
the thing Punk did.
Right.
It was a work shoot.
Right.
And every maniac was, oh my God, it's the most brilliant thing out. I'm like,
Right.
It's brilliant.
And
it
was brilliant, but it fucking wasn't a shoot, man.
Right.
Like figure out what a shoot is, man. Like the definition of what a shoot is, because none of these things are fall under that umbrella on any level.
And lastly, we all talked about off air, but we wanted to talk about the people who are complaining about NXT and who didn't come up.
Oh, sure.
They obviously don't understand
so
that.
Many people.
How
Why didn't they draft Nakamura and Joe and everybody?
I mean, I was 1,000% sure I wasn't hearing either one of the names.
100%.
No way.
And I know you
No
guys.
way.
I knew it.
You have the backbone of the company right there.
He's their guy. They're putting that fucking
that-
NXT
that
brand
program-
is on his back for the next year.
That program is on Joe and Nakamura now. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, and Finn has been doing work globally and then in NXT for we all know how long. We've all been fans before he was with Vince.
Sure.
So with that said, we knew he was coming.
He had nothing left to do down there.
Nothing
He
left to
carried
do.
the belt. He fucking put Joe over.
He put Joe over,
fucking
put
passed the
Nakamura
torch.
over.
Sure.
So
it's like, it's his time to go up now.
yeah,
Right,
man, and
it's
there's
his time.
makes
It's
perfect
not.
sense.
It's honestly, it's not Nakamura's time.
right.
They put him on the main roster now. He'll be over when he first comes out. They'll get a big pop, and that's it. You need that time to build up that name, because a lot of people are watching NXT who don't watch
New Japan
and
or,
whatever.
you know,
Right,
Ring of
so-
Honor or
right. Speaking of, Kenta just got cleared.
Yeah,
What's
he
his
comes back
fucking
2 weeks.
name?
Hideo Itami.
Yeah.
He's like
2 weeks.
2 weeks he's back.
The only thing I know, outside of his work, which I think is brilliant, just because he's worked stiff as fuck.
Yeah.
But I love anyone who works snug. You know what I mean? Is that like the drop on him? Is that dude's hurt like every 2 weeks? Outside of this, which we're exposed to more because he's in the States, so we're watching and getting the drop via the dirt sheets of his progress. But this is history repeating itself. With he's always hurt supposedly.
I know that whatever he got hit with the last time that he's been out fucked him up. He's been out for
like
whatever
6 to 8
this was.
months now at this
Yeah.
point.
I mean, it's been forever
Yeah.
this time. Yeah,
But Kenta versus Joe,
all day long.
Kenta versus
More?
Nakamura.
Take my $9.99.
Yeah, take my money, man.
Like, forget it.
Wrap
man.
those three up in a deal
Bruh,
like they were
forget it.
trying to do with the Shield.
Right.
Wrap that up down there. This one.
Right.
Go with that for 16 months.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Every week.
Do it like old school, man. Run that shit for 12 months. Run it for 16, 18 months.
That is a lost fucking deal these days.
It is.
Fucking long programs,
It is, man. It is. I mean, I feel like Sullivan and Dusty's still happening.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that's even come close is Sammy and
Zayn and Owens,
right.
Yeah.
And even
I
it
mean,
would be
that's-
Rollins and fucking Ambrose, too. I
Right,
think they've been
right,
going for
right.
a better part of a year now. And
Yeah,
there are
true,
two
true.
guys you could drop them in the ring any night and I'll fucking watch it.
They
Love
have
every
chemistry,
second of
you
it.
know. Like Seth can, I feel like, can work with anybody.
Right.
Ambrose, like, to me, he's lacking a lot. But you put him with a dude like Seth, and he shines
clicks.
all day. Like that deal he did with Helmsley at that Madison
the-
Square Garden
the,
one.
the
That match,
roadblock or whatever?
yeah,
Yeah.
that match fucking ruled.
I agree.
But weekly, Dean is kind of the shits to
miss.
me. Yeah, man. But you
Yeah.
put him with the right people, he's all right.
Yeah, I mean, you know my feelings about him. It's like I feel the dude, like when he was working the Moxley shit in CZW, I saw him. I was like, he's kind of got some like OG Cactus.
Yeah.
Kind of got some dark shit going on. I feel like his promos are mad corny now.
Right.
Like,
I mean, they dialed him down a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
obviously,
Well, I
'cause
mean,
it's the
again,
80s, sure.
again, if this, it's, I mean, you're dealing with the machine, you
Right.
know, so I can't, I'm not saying, I'm just saying some of his work on the mic is like super corny to me.
Yeah.
And then the into the ropes come back
the
and
fucking-
they,
the nozzle lariat.
I
Fucking hate it.
fucking hate it. Like, I mean,
He did one Monday, and he just the first one he did, he fucked it up. It looked so bad. Second one he did looked really good. And
Yeah.
I was like, if he could do that every time, it would be cool.
Yeah.
But he can't do it every
Yeah,
time.
he's not
I don't
Jay-
know if
he's not
anybody,
Jay Lethal.
Right, I don't know if anybody can do it every time.
Yeah,
and
Jay
you're
Lethal
doing it
probably,
fucking
yeah.
4 times a fucking match,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Cool it.
yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it definitely overplayed.
Right.
It was cool when he first started doing
Right.
it. Now it's just like,
Right.
Again?
Right.
Yeah, man.
that all you
like,
got?
And
yeah,
he's
that's
not
the five
hitting it
moves.
half the
It's the
time.
five
It's like,
moves of
what the
doom.
fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
The
It's
five
getting-
moves of
getting
doom.
trapped.
Like, give me something, man. Like these dudes, it's the same thing with like kicking out of the finish. It's like shit that wasn't done when we were young is being done on the regular. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you
Every
can't-
match.
Yeah, yo, you can't. If you get hit with this, you're done. That's
Right.
how we grew up. Like, oh, that's a mummy rap. If someone kicked out once a year, your fucking head exploded. You know what I mean?
Before we finish, what did you think of the actual draft?
Man, that was a letdown for me.
Yeah.
In various ways. Not like, I mean, I'm not enough of a mark to be like, this guy should be here and this guy should be here. That's like real. That's like believing it's real life. I mean, it was just like anticlimactic.
Yeah.
It was like a shit show. I felt like it
Yeah.
was confusing.
It's
It was
confusing.
like, although I like that Cactus is back and I like that Daniel's back.
So do I. I'm good with both of that. I like the little gimmick they did together.
I like that there's a little bit of heel Cactus. A little
Me
bit.
too.
A little bit.
Little
I'm all right
bit.
with
Is
that.
Stephanie rubbing off on him a little bit?
Yeah, I'm
I like-
all right with that.
I love Steph again that night. She was aces
Yeah.
that night. It was confusing. Some of the pit, like if you're kayfabing it, some of the picks made no sense,
Right.
and
I
who
mean,
went where. And,
maybe more will make sense after Sunday, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
but don't you
It's
feel
so
like we
weird.
keep giving them that shot?
Yeah.
Well,
last,
maybe next time, and then next
last
time,
time-
well, maybe not. And that's how
last
they
time
fucking
we
keep
all
us
talked.
watching.
Last time we all talked, it was like, wait till I have the draft, then we're
Right,
gonna be in a
right,
good
right.
spot.
And now the
it
draft
happened.
happened,
Now
and
we're
we're like,
opening
oh, that
something.
sucks.
Something happens at a throwaway pay per view because it's not one of the big four. It's a throwaway pay per view.
The only thing
Yeah,
is,
Battleground.
the only thing that's making it a big deal is that Roman's back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But that could be a thing. Yeah.
And they're
It's
like
the first
hoping
triple
that
threat.
people, because I've never been a fan, but they're hoping that the Orton thing with Jericho will have people tune in
Right.
because this is his first time on television or the network in however long,
Like 8
right?
months or whatever. Yeah. it works
Yeah,
out.
8
Oh, I
months.
forgot. I didn't even remember.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
they're bringing him
right.
back because he wrestled him back at SummerSlam, so he's a guest.
And they're
He's a
doing
guest
the
on the
Piper's
Jericho
Pit
show.
thing, right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so I mean, like I feel like we're always going, well, let's see what they do on Sunday, and then next episode we're gonna be talking about how they're fucked.
Here we are. Wrapped
Yeah,
around
man.
the thing. Like, yeah, he fucking got us.
Of course, when we're mad, we're still wrapped around.
Right?
Right.
But
Like, that sucks. I'm watching tomorrow.
Yeah, bro, it's like nothing has curbed the watching though, which is,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
All right, yeah. So we'll just wait for this fucking pay per view like retards, because that's what we are. We're proving that we're marks, and we just accept it.
Yeah.
TNA had to move because of
So they're on.
Because nobody
Thursdays.
cares.
because no, yeah, I'm the only one that even knows what's still going on there. I put over Eli Drake all day long. ROH needs to be on TV in Philly. Lucha needs to be on TV in English in Philly.
I saw a fucking commercial from that the other day that I was like, what the fuck?
It's-
Why don't we get this?
Well, remember last year we did, and
Yeah.
I was like, can you watch it in Spanish? And you were like, and I was like, well, I can understand Spanish, so I watched it. They should do something inventive, being what's his name is behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on Netflix for people like us. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you think that perhaps Vince is paying him not to be in Philly?
No, because of all the markets. It's in New York. It's in Cali. So the fact that it's not in Philly for dudes like us, we're just like we're the biggest market in the world.
Right.
Not on the East Coast, not on the
It
Philly
cracked
is
me
the,
up when like ROH would film all their TV here, but you can't watch it here, man.
we
You know
talk.
what I mean?
Gavin
Like-
and I talk about it all the time. It's why I marked out when they went to Destination
Man.
America, and then that lasted how long? 3 months. So, yeah, I feel where you're coming from, except it's in New York and L.A., so he would want to keep it out of there too. Plus, it's Robert Rodriguez. It's what's the son's name?
Rodriguez,
Yeah, the director dude,
He owns
and the
Del-
dude who
Del
cre-
Rey Network.
and the dude who
Del Rey.
created Survivor.
Mark
Burnett. It's like him and Robert Rodriguez. Like they have all of Hollywood in their back pocket. Lucha looks like a fucking movie, bro. Like the cinematography,
Yeah,
it's
like,
on film.
The cutscene shit.
It's
yeah.
crazy. There's like actors. It's so ill. And we had it for 1 year and 1 year in Spanish. And if you're lucky, you can catch the English version with Vampiro and Stryker.
Yeah.
If someone ups it to YouTube and then it's taken down.
Right.
Which I understand
Right.
because they're protecting their brand. But put it on Netflix for people like
And
us.
no one's gotten through to like management, like some fanboy, like to be like, "Yo, what's up?" and got an official answer.
Not that I ever heard. Have you? I mean,
No
we
official answer.
have you? I mean, you listen to podcasts and shit, right? Like wrestling, like I've never heard of the Conan.
not.
Nobody's like, this is, you know what I mean? This is why. Like I said,
I heard that Helmsley's got his eye on Puma.
yeah, but he's not having it. He's like,
They locked his ass down. They know that's their fucking that's their
and
boy.
and he was like, I make more money doing what I do
Japan,
now
Lucha,
between Japan and Lucha, and
Yeah,
I
all
just
you
think that if it's
Oh,
decided
it's
that
only
they
a matter
want
of
him,
time. It's only a matter of time.
Right.
You know he's going to be in NXT within the next
Right.
couple of years.
I mean that dude can fucking go,
yeah,
man.
I've seen Ricochet do some.
Yo,
wild shit.
the Ricochet work in Japan is like fucking Looney Tunes,
Yeah.
man. I mean, again, I'm not saying his shit as Prince Puma isn't ill, but it's an hour,
Right.
And these dudes
TV
have
matches.
it's right. It's truncated. You
You're
know what
not
I
getting
mean?
like 30, 40-minute matches.
Right, you'll see that dude go for 40 minutes on New Japan, like with one of them dudes who's a fucking goon.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, Lucha got to get some way for us to watch it, and for heads to watch it in English. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I get internet, but I mean, not like a legal. So to
Yeah,
speak. Not
yeah.
like an official. Like they don't have a fucking way.
Right,
to watch
right.
It. Like you said, a Netflix type thing would be
Yeah.
that kind of deal would be awesome for them.
Absolutely.
Because they go by season too, so it'd be like,
Exactly.
all right, here's our season, watch that shit. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, well, we're gonna go over to Sicko, I think now. Are we doing word association this week, Sicko?
Hey.
Whenever you're ready.
Do you have word associations
I
this
do
week,
indeed.
Do you
Sicko?
have any words?
I've got a few words here and there.
You got some things?
I'm wondering, Chris, you're hip to the
Couple,
word
two, three?
association
You know what I mean,
game?
it's the fucking self-explanatory,
All
right?
right, all right.
You say a word, we say what comes to mind.
It
man.
used to be a 5-word limit,
Yeah, that never works.
but Perfect Pazzy went and changed the rules on that one.
Listen,
Perfect
man.
Paz, he does what he wants.
Listen,
He
man,
does.
I didn't change anything, man. I mean, if y'all want to be real, stringent.
So,
look at
okay,
that
I like
words.
that. Well
Speaking of
done.
words,
Well
you know what I
done.
mean? If that's how you want it to be, man, then the Gavin switching gimmicks.
He's just fucking breaking all the rules.
It's his house, man.
The king of the castle. King of the castle. Wow. He just king to the castle.
He is doing something with the
He's
chair.
he's got.
I think he's
something
got the
going
knee
on.
gimmick going on. There it
It's gonna
is.
rain.
There it
It
is.
hurts.
Well, rain on you, Warriors.
Rain on me. Rain
Wow.
on.
You know, it's one of the Who gimmicks I'm marked for, that song.
That's a good song.
I'm all right with that.
That is a good song.
The Carter's like really trying to pit me.
Yeah, he loves.
Yeah, so I'm
loves
like,
the Who.
well, I think like with all of us, when we say if you like a band that I hate and I hate a band, vice versa, we gave them a shot. I think that's fair to say.
Definitely.
Like when
Definitely.
I say I don't like this band, you like I definitely listen to them.
Yeah.
So when I would shit on the Who all the time, I was like, I'm gonna give this catalog a listen for Carter's sake. So I'm gonna do that.
Plus, there's so much to weed through. Like,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
didn't grow up with it, then it's
Absolutely.
hard
And
to
and I
delve
did
into
it.
it and find
Exactly. I
what's
did it.
what.
So that's-
Because I mean, there is some utter crap
Sure,
in there.
Sure.
But you know. So yeah, word association. I just need you to pick the direction.
Which way are we going? Well, Gavin's looking against. I mean, he's just created.
He's all
He's
out.
created Thunderdome now.
He's like turned his back on
He's
us.
turned his back to the microphones, everything.
I'm looking at you, pal.
He's got no interest in participating.
You're still trying to intercept what's in your notebook.
He is. He can't. I'm telling you, he tried. He
Same
failed.
code.
And it might not even come back because, you know, if I decide to pull that Who's Worse,
Right, look out.
maybe I will.
right.
Could
Look out.
be. Could be no.
Remember, Who's Worse is always in play
Yes,
at
it
any
is.
time. It can pop up anywhere.
I say, you know, because you guys don't get involved in the biz talks, you know, we'll set it off with the professor.
The Professor, the Paparazzi.
Right.
What was the new name we came up with him?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Pop Dylan.
No, it was something.
Lou Reed.
It was a title instead of Professor. It was a pig.
Black straw.
No,
I
it was
can't
it
remember.
was something to do with now he's the producer.
No.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Producer
Producer
Pablo.
Pablo.
Yeah.
Right.
Producer Pablo.
You want, what is yours?
Mr. Blackstraw.
Mr. Blackstraw McGraw tonight.
God.
He's got his.
Can you
act.
show the camera, you know, what you're working with?
The stars at night.
Are big and bright.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Say hello to that camera, too. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
Pablo's always got the word association hat.
You know,
gimmick.
let them know.
Blackstraw McGraw.
How many fucking hats you have?
I'm running out.
Are you gonna
You
start?
gotta go on
Are
Amazon.
you gonna start
like,
buying hats?
My
for-
wife's like, we're going down the shore next week. We're on a mission to buy hats.
all right.
Yeah.
You need to hit up off with get the fucking credit card because this is biz related.
Well,
It's
we
a
got the
business
gimmick that
expense.
we've always had at the office. The what's the gimmick they do in like the sticks of Pennsylvania with the guys? Are going to be 6 more weeks of winter.
The groundhog.
The groundhog. We got a Punxsutawney Phil. It's,
Oh,
it's a
word.
groundhog hat.
We need to get him a Davy Crockett hat too.
Yeah, I'm with
Fucking
that.
raccoon tail?
They could
All
be
day.
expensive though. I don't know about
I'm sure
if
you can
these
find it.
unless you guys
Get
fuck-
an imitation one.
yeah, but unless these guys download, then that's when we get
That's
money.
right.
Then we
Then-
can buy
then we
gimmicks.
can-
Subscribe.
You know what I
Then
mean?
we can do the
Subscribe,
the hat-
review, and
Yeah, write
download.
reviews on the
Download for the
iTunes
hat
for
fund.
us.
And all the once we get the sponsors in line, because there are sponsors interested.
Oh, this
and then-
show's gonna hit a whole new level.
Well, that's what we can do more shows a
Whole
week for y'all.
another
Why get more hats?
level.
The objective is to do more shows a week, more often, and only sponsors can help with that because all of us are busy, so money needs to be generated.
Get paid.
So download that.
Because somebody needs a job.
Start it off, sicko.
All right, you ready to go, buddy? I'm gonna start it off with Uriah Heep.
You gotta be kidding me.
Chris X, you're next.
Chris X, Uriah Heep.
You gotta be kidding me.
I like this.
I like this guy.
I like this foray. Vinnie Paz, the Uriah Heep.
Fucking love them. Remind me of King Diamond.
Okay.
Not sonically. No,
Yeah.
no. Because when he plays, he always plays Uriah Heep in between. I don't.
Okay,
so
okay,
he
okay,
and
alright,
Gavin
so
can
it's-
expound on
I
that,
got you.
which
You're
is
right.
probably what he's gonna say. I think.
No.
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 No, because he bought
Say,
Deep
you
Purple.
got
Oh, I thought
We
it was
always get- I
Blue
know.
Oyster Cult.
No. I don't know anything about Uriah Heep, honestly.
I got
No.
nothing.
Sicko?
I don't
You
have
gotta be
anything.
kidding me.
You're right.
That's
Right.
who?
I put them up there with one of the greatest band names
Thank you.
ever.
Oh,
I love that.
What does
name.
that even mean?
I have no idea. I've
Oh, but
never known.
What about their music? Okay.
I couldn't.
I mean,
one
it's
song.
heavy.
They're hard.
It's heavy.
They're
It's
hard.
It's rock to the extreme.
It's like fucking Deep Purple kind of shit, right?
Yeah,
Could
yeah.
be. Cool. A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard the name, obviously. I just.
Pablo.
I never got around to it.
Stan Stasiak.
Hard.
Is that Fred's brother?
Chris X.
Chris X, Stan Stasiak.
And the man. Fuck. Garbage Son.
Nice. Nice.
Meat.
Fuck! And then he stole that. Yes.
He doubled it.
Well, he did. I was gonna be like, his son was the shits, and then he said it, and then I was gonna be
love it.
like, and his name was Meat, and he said that.
I love it.
fucking sicko's getting his revenge via someone else.
What you got, Pazzy?
Stan was a fucking goon. I think when I think of Stasiak, I just think of dudes like Brody and Hanson, but not that I think he was as great, but I just think of that for some reason.
OG.
A, killed a bunch of dudes with the heart punch.
Yeah.
B, heavy sideburns.
Nice.
5-finger death punch gimmick.
C, Grand Wizard of Wrestling.
Nice.
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 Sicko?
I
I mean, you don't Stasiak.
I don't know anything.
That's
about it.
fine.
Pass, as they would say.
All right.
He'll heart punch you, pal.
Whole hard punch
Probably.
your ass.
Pablo, Earth Crisis.
I don't know one song, but their album covers.
Okay.
That's all I know.
I must have known Chris was going to be here. Chris X, Earth Crisis.
Street by street, block by block.
Okay.
One of the brothers in Earth Crisis is Muslim, and he makes hip-hop beats.
Does he really?
Yeah, he hit me up one time, not knowing I was a hardcore kid.
Really?
Just asking me about beats, and my fucking mind was blown, like,
Okay.
anywhere from 5 to 10 years ago.
Jeffrey.
Isn't that the gimmick you got on your head?
It is.
Chris has a cool tattoo.
I'm going to say one of my most hated bands
Oh,
on the planet.
up there with Guns N' Roses?
Yeah. Not quite that bad, but...
You're in the jungle, baby. You're gonna die.
Look at
Pavarotti,
you just know
ladies and
selling
gentlemen.
him. Okay, that was... You've had it? What about
Black
that?
Straw McGraw just fucking.
Give me fucking 2 sarsaparillas.
Wow. Pop for the sarsaparilla.
Yeah, Black Straw McGraw.
Pablo, comic book guy.
He is in every town in America.
Chris X, comic book guy.
Worst ending ever.
Vinnie Paz, comic book guy.
True heel.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right, I'll agree with that.
Okay.
I'll agree with that.
Jeff Gavin.
Yeah, true. I agree with what Vinny said.
All right.
Absolutely.
Sicko?
Oh, probably my favorite ancillary character.
Favorite non-main character.
Absolutely.
Look at the big words.
Yeah, he's got words.
Pablo, Blazing Saddles.
Cringing.
First half hour,
Oh,
classic.
wait, how was that?
After that, Mez and Mez.
That was like Merzamed.
You're Merzamed? Blazing Saddles?
Merzamed.
I don't know how I feel about that. Chris X, Blazing Saddles.
Excuse me while I whip this.
Vinny?
The sheriff, is it?
Damn,
I was gonna go there too, but I decided to play it safe.
I'm blanking out because I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say like top 5 movies ever made.
Mel Brooks, fucking Mel.
Pure
Yeah.
fucking genius.
I don't really dislike anything Mel Brooks ever did.
Pablo, Mick Foley.
Didn't like him until Jeff explained him to me.
Okay.
You make my head hurt.
That should be pitting you over.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Chris X, Mick Foley.
Bang bang.
Nice.
Pazzy.
ECW promos. Bliss.
Probably my not my number one. Terry's my number one, but probably the worker I've been most entertained by over the years. A, B, he's a super good dude. C, does more charity work at this point than real work. Couldn't be a better guy.
I'm all about the sock gimmick.
Oh,
That
okay.
kills me every
Mr.
time.
Sacco? You like Mr. Sacco?
Mr. Sacco kills me
Rock
every
and
fucking
Sock
time.
Connection was probably some of the funniest shit ever. Whatever.
This is your life.
Yeah, I mean, brilliant.
The cake and the fucking-
Yeah, the old teachers, the gym coach.
Pablo, Trent Reznor.
He's got a head like a hole.
Well done, sir.
Well done. Chris X, Trent Reznor.
Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The early stuff. He lost me after a while, but those first couple records.
Okay.
Love the first 2 records.
Really?
Yeah,
I never would have guessed that about
Yeah.
you.
the one on TVT,
Pretty Hate Machine.
Pretty Hate Machine, and then the
Flawless.
gimmick that had Hurt on it.
Huh.
Love
Downward
that.
Spiral.
Love
Right,
those 2
yeah.
records.
He's like a muscle guy now.
Is he?
Yeah. That's my comment.
I like it.
For me, I would say if I put him in a Who's Worse with Lars,
Whoa.
it would be a tough decision
Get outta
because I
here.
hate
Get
him
outta
so
here.
much.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna do the typical disagree, but not for why you think. I can't imagine anyone being bad as Lars, but I don't think I've ever seen Trent Reznor talk.
Oh, I have.
Okay, no, that's why I'm telling you that I can't tell you you're
I
an
don't give
idiot.
know shit about him or give a shit about him on a personal level
Yeah.
like that.
I get that.
Those first few records, great.
Yeah, I don't know any.
I have people like that in my life. Like I
Sure.
don't care if they're
Yeah.
assholes. Like their records or all that.
He does a lot of push-ups.
This is kind of timely. Pablo, John Brannon.
Why is it timely?
Because we talked about.
Spend
talking
2 hours
about
talking about
Negative
negative approach.
You're a nice guy.
Chris X, John Brannon.
Check it out.
Nice. Hard. Pazzy.
It's apropos, but it's hard because I said all the good
I
things
know,
about
I
negative
know.
approach. I mean, the Exorcist gimmick.
Yeah, all day. Gavin, what can you add that we didn't say already?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I said everything I was going to
Yeah.
say. He's the real deal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add psycho eyes.
Okay.
Fucking look at his eyes sometimes.
I'm not
He's
mad.
fucking gone.
No, thank you.
Pablo Leon from Curb.
What you gotta do? You gotta spray paint that ass. Gotta get in it. Spray paint your name on it.
Yes.
Didn't think you could outdo Crazy Eyes Killer, and Leon did it.
Until
Yeah.
Chris X, Leon, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Never seen it.
All right, fair enough.
Got nothing.
Pazzy.
You can't pause toast, Larry.
Yes. Gavin, Leon.
When it comes down to it, my favorite part of the show.
Easily.
Yeah.
Sicko.
I'm having a hard time choosing.
Too many quotes.
But I think my favorite Leon quote is, "I'm eating a motherfucking croissant filled with motherfucking champagne." That's
if you don't know what we're talking about, just YouTube Leon Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's been seen brilliance at work.
Brilliant.
Pablo, Pet Sounds, the album.
Pet Sounds, the album.
Yes.
Is that actual sounds of pets, like meowing?
That should be his.
Enough said.
Yes.
Chris X, the album Pet Sounds.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Wouldn't it? Vinny, speak on it.
Brian Wilson might be more brilliant than the Beatles. Definitely equal.
I don't know if I
back that.
agree with that.
Well, they admit he influenced them.
I know. Personal opinion. Jeffrey Gavin, the album Pet Sounds.
Sloop John B.
Yes.
Oh, can I go back? Someone asked me what's the best song of all time, and I said,
Yeah.
God only knows.
God Only Knows,
fuck.
in an interview.
Yeah.
The best song ever written. I
Yeah.
said, that's the best song.
I
ever written.
wouldn't argue with that. Pablo, Time Bandits.
Terry Gilliam, classic movie.
Chris X, Time Bandits.
Jesus Christ, I haven't seen that in years. I always get it mixed up. I always got it mixed up with BMX Bandits.
No, it's a little bit different.
I know that, but I would
not
see.
in Time Bandits.
Nice.
Wish she was.
There you go.
No, but I would always see like the fucking VHS box back in the day and be like, "Oh, that's the other one."
Is it this
You know,
one?
Right.
Exactly
'Cause I'd always
what
get
you're
stoked
saying,
to watch BMX Bandits, but then
Pazzy, Time Bandits.
Midget
I was just
hanging from the middle of the universe.
Yeah.
Doesn't George Harrison have something to do with it?
Does he?
No, he paid for Life of Brian.
That makes sense.
I have nothing to say.
I was gonna say just
George Harrison should have had something.
I was gonna say midget. I'm gonna say it's in my top 10 greatest movies ever
Okay.
made. Pablo, Dick Cavett.
Dick Cavett.
Not my generation.
not mine either.
Pazzy?
Still don't know if it was a work or a shoot.
Yeah. Okay. Jeffrey, any opinion?
I mean, he had heavy motherfucker's on his show.
He's one of my all-time favorite people in the world.
I was just watching a clip of somebody on there. I can't remember who. Maybe Janis Joplin.
I watched one. There's a channel called Decades.
Okay.
That shows his show in its entirety.
Yeah, I still don't know if what he was doing was a character.
No, I think it was pretty much him.
Or
if I had to guess.
Okay.
Why do you? What you said is yours?
He's one of my favorite people. Just a brilliant person. Great interviewer.
You're on board the tears of his dry.
Not at all. I loved his dry humor and his show. He would put on guests that no one else would have. Like he did like an entire show with just John and Yoko. I watched an episode last week from the early 70s. The guests were Satchel Paige, the ball player, Groucho Marx, and fucking Salvador Dali, who brought out a fucking aardvark on a leash. And it was just like, go ahead, it's crazy.
I've seen that picture of him walking that.
Yeah. He did that gimmick on the show. It was
how
fucking great.
accurate did Gilbert's impersonation of Groucho sound?
Yeah, pretty dead on. Pablo, the Baseball Furies.
I like the Football Furies better.
Oh my God.
Chris X.
Coolest looking gang in the Warriors.
Goddamn right. Vinny.
Scared the shit out of me when I was little.
That's what I would have said.
Probably the most iconic thing from that movie.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. Pablo, Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
I fucking can't top that.
I don't think many of us can.
Shit, yeah, she's a fucking loopy fucking weirdo, I guess.
Vinnie Paz.
She could, in my personal, just be the permanent winner of Who's Worse.
Really?
Yeah. She could just.
I'd agree with that.
Right. She needs to retire into the state. The
Yeah,
museum.
like she's
Of
above.
Hall of Fame.
She's so horrible. Like she could beat everybody I could ever think of.
Yeah, it's not even fair for her
So
to
I
compete.
don't even bring her up.
Gavin?
She gets a bad rap.
Oh,
Here we go.
God.
And I'm going to say, like, I've always been a big Yoko fan, not of anything that she did musically or
Agreed.
artistically.
Me too.
And
What?
Me too.
What else is there of her?
She cut Julian off. How do y'all?
Nah.
She went to Paul. She went to
That
Paul
was
first.
John.
That was
Too late
John.
for
That was
goodbyes.
John.
That was John.
She went to Paul first, and Paul was like, "You're whack," and then she went to John and was like, "You're the best thing ever."
I think what her and John had
That's what Paul
was...
said.
talking about?
Paul said that.
That's the story. She went to that
See, you're
flat
fucking-
looking for him.
You're in denial. You're a Yoko denier.
You want to go Beatles back and forth with me?
Yeah, right?
We're not talking Beatles. We're
Do
talking Yoko.
you want to go Beatles
We're
back
talking
and forth?
Yoko.
Do you want to go Beatles back and forth with me?
Say yes, say yes.
You know what? Spend your life with Yoko Ono.
Thank you.
Be happy.
I win.
Pablo, why die?
Fuck. I have nothing.
I killed my family.
Nice. Vinny?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
Gee.
I'd like to say it's an age thing, but we're all not that.
Mad at the World is a perfect hardcore song. I like Neil a lot. They remind me of Howie and Pauly Sheer Terror.
Good deal. And I will say, with all due respect to the Pagan Babies, best Philly hardcore band ever.
Oh, why I?
You know what? I actually
Sideshow boss.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's tough, but I agree with
It
that.
is tough. It is tough. Pablo.
When they were on, nobody was touching them.
Amen.
And I saw them maybe a year ago and still kill it.
Yeah.
They still play?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they started playing again.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
either.
Pablo, Pete Rock.
And see how smooth.
Yeah, they're about to do a reunion, aren't they? Like,
Are they?
yeah. I just
Okay.
saw that.
I'll watch that.
That's the thing that's happening.
Vinnie Paz, Pete Rock.
Top 5 all time.
Gavin, anything?
They're in Vinny's top 5.
Ah! Pablo, Cannibal Corpse.
That's one of those Hammer bands forced to listen to.
Chris X.
Hammer smashed face.
Vinnie Paz, Cannibal Corpse.
Butchered at birth, Bubba.
Nice. Gavin, anything?
I don't like metal.
Boo.
Pablo, a very close personal friend of mine, Jon Stewart.
Love the Jon Stewart since Remote Control.
Nice.
Wow. Remote
That's
control.
all I
Nice.
Oh, rest in peace, Ken Ober.
There you go.
Fuck.
Chris X.
City Gardens, man.
There you go. Okay. Vinny?
Love his mind. Think the Daily Show was the most overrated show I've maybe ever seen.
I actually agree with that.
But I think he has a brilliant mind.
Put Sicko's book over.
Yeah, he did. So I can't really say nothing bad about him. And last but not least, Robert De Niro.
Look at me. Look at me. Let it bleed. Let it bleed.
That was good.
That's like the visual one.
Chris
I
X
can't
did a
even say
visual
anything.
one.
See it, Jeff?
No.
I did the.
Do it again.
Nice. That was awesome.
It was awesome.
Vinny De Niro.
Too much to say, so I'll just King of Comedy.
Thank you. Gavin.
Counselor?
Yeah, yo.
I'm going to say Henry Crinkle.
Come out, wherever you are.
Yeah.
And there is another round of word association.
It's weird thinking of De Niro as a comedy guy. It's not.
I know.
I mean, yeah.
Did you ever see King of Comedy? It's with him and Jerry Lewis. Scorsese did it.
Scorsese did it.
Oh, okay.
It's like the greatest movie ever
That
made.
movie's brilliant.
It's fucking brilliant. So there you have it. The clock is dinging.
That's the clock to tell us word association is over.
Pretty much, yeah. And now,
Uh-oh.
that moves us on to
Another one. Something we love.
my personal favorite.
Is it?
What the fuck?
Buffering?
I'm now experiencing technical
Right.
difficulties.
Right.
It's. I mean, it can be fucked up.
Vinny, like, what the fuck?
He could have just sang it by now.
Here's some fucking thoughts from some maniac.
You guys are killing my art.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Dear Vin,
Yes.
hey, I'm just getting gas, but I'm on my way. You still here? No idea who this person is. Never heard of them in my life.
That's awesome.
Were you still there?
I must have been.
Just
This next gentleman wants to know.
I like that.
Hey, Paz, can we be friends?
No.
No, you can't, man.
That's a no.
Don't know what to tell you, pal. You're barking up the wrong fucking tree. Uncle Vin's got enough pals. He's got Terry and Uncle Lou.
Vin's not taking any applications for new friends.
Now, let it be known that I'm not doctoring any of these up in terms of,
Not at all.
for comedic effect.
Indeed.
These are actual
As
messages.
is.
I don't even get these. Sicko does through our
Many Facebook channels and
through
Social
Through
media
various-
and whatnot.
yes.
the ones that I don't run, not my personal
Sure.
ones. So
Oh, you got your people.
this is
handling
where
that.
the gold is. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can tell you these have not been doctored in any way, shape, or
Nice.
form.
Dear Vin, I just came here, Philly, from the turkey.
The turkey.
From the turkey. This is from
It's
Shiki
the
Baby.
baby.
Right out of
I
the
mean-
giblets.
Wow.
I am really big fan of you. I just want to met and take some photo with you. Please let me know where I can find you. Smiley face. Yo, my man.
I'm gonna lop your head off.
I break your back, make you humble.
Bubba, break back, make humble. I'm not telling you where I'm at.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
Where can I
Pleasure for
find
me.
you?
That was awesome.
This one,
Is this
The
our
turkey.
guy?
The turkey.
no. This one says his name, the time, and underneath it says part 1. So he's letting me know part 2's coming.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, no.
Now, okay,
Prepare yourself for the punishment.
Let me give a little preface to this one.
All right, because I know nothing about this. I didn't read these.
Okay, so first, the guy sends the message that you're about to read.
Okay.
And then a couple of days later, the second
Part
message
2.
came in.
Okay.
They're not doctored at all, but I think
Okay.
you'll see why there's a part 1 and part 2.
Okay.
Please proceed.
Did you put the part 1, part 2?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Just so,
Oh.
so in the reading he would know. That's me.
Oh, I see something. I'll explain it as I go. So,
Editor's notes.
Yeah.
dear Vin, take your crown, sir. Crown is spelled with a K. You must like crown rollers from Camden.
Yes.
Shout outs. Take your crown, sir. We have earned it. Hari Kalab Harava.
What?
I love the motherfucking shit out of you. Anything you desire will be yours. Allahu Akbar. Hail Satan.
He's covering all bases.
Lucifer is a wimpy bitch. I knocked his drunk faggot ass to the ground and threw his money in his face.
What?
Then he claimed to be Roger Rabbit. Framed is the faggot that challenges my seat in the holiest depths of hell. Heart and 3 stars.
Wow.
So that's the first message.
Heavy.
I won't. I'll wait till part 2. Go ahead.
All right.
Jesus.
I mean,
Because I got a plan.
all right.
got a
Maybe
plan?
part 2 will change the plan.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Dear Vin. Hello, Mr. Paz. Hope you are well. Sorry about that crazy shit I sent you. I was having a legit manic episode with a touch of psychosis in there.
No.
Wow.
By the end of it, I threatened the president on Facebook and had to talk to the Secret Service.
Holy shit.
Kind of embarrassing. Ha.
Kinda.
A little bit.
Maybe.
Sorry again. I'm sure you get a lot of crazy sending you messages, but I can regret having been one of them. Can't wait to hear of your music. All of the best to you, man.
Wow.
Night and day.
Wow.
Night and day.
I think that we should reassess the podcast, fire everyone, and hire him.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that.
He seems like a nice guy. He said he was sorry. He just had a fucking thing, man.
He had an episode.
He had
We
a
have
deal.
things.
He had a deal.
We all have things.
I mean,
I'm having a thing right now.
sure, so am I. So am I, probably.
I'm emailing Celine Dion right now.
Not
All right, now,
Celine Dion.
We've heard from this dude before.
This is our guy.
Sicko has,
I still think it's a
Sicko
work.
has and still thinks it's a work.
Can we name him?
He has. I'll show you his name.
Well,
That's
I
it.
feel like we. Okay.
So
I
there's
feel
no
like
real last name, so we could say it and really. First off, I'm telling you by law, we could say his real name. Once you write this to.
I don't know if we want to. Do we want to poke the bear?
No. I'm just putting it out there. He also included a picture of himself at the bottom, which shoot tells me he's
Yeah.
Real.
And Sicko thinks
Well, the pictures.
that's a wacko.
Oh boy.
That person.
The pictures are always in the messages. I just don't usually include them, but that I had to.
Can we need to have a name for this guy?
All right. While I'm reading it, everyone can
Crazy.
Let's brainstorm.
Crazy cracky
You
gentleman.
always say Bob for something.
No,
So-
Bob's the
He's different.
Bob's
the
my
default.
Asian friend at the store and my Muslim friend from Tower.
So this is the guy that he thinks is working, and we know is shoot.
Oh, I know it's a shoe.
Me too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right.
This is all gonna be a dream, huh?
Huh?
I hope they don't interfere with me coursing over.
Okay.
Interfere has the word fear in it. Now, is he doing that like because he's genius?
Dude, like
Heavy.
It is heavy. That's my new band.
Interfere.
Interfere
Yo.
with.
that's hard.
See? Do we have to give him money?
We should start a
By
like,
law, he sent it. It's fucking
Right.
public domain now, right?
I'm trying my best to grab it like the white man is bigger. I came right out with burgundy ears ready to smack their heads.
What?
I'm going to tell you the truth. They called me with my hands out in front. I didn't have the outline unlocked. I did unlock it shortly after they drew the coat. Everyone now unlocked because of me. I was still digging for the chest when they reached in. I've just been staring at the chest I dug up like I'm supposed to be. Everyone wanted to peek after they took the jacket, so I let them. They are quiet, though, and probably a little confused, just trying to grab it. Like a white man for the majority. I will beat you senseless for dissing my apprentice. How about that for a rhyme?
How about it?
Wow.
And I realized I'm reading like the dumb kid in class, and you go, "Oh, not this fucker."
But
how
that's
he writes.
yeah.
So it's
Very little punctuation.
There's not up until that. How about that rhyme? That's the first.
Yeah.
I just had a crazy flashback to the fucking dumb kid in class reading.
Yeah.
And being like, fuck.
Yeah,
man.
it's like
The teacher would call him, and you just be like, oh, no.
Yeah, you kind of feel bad because you're not a
Yeah.
right person.
Well,
but you're
the
like,
thing
this-
is, I'm not shooting on him that he's dumb. I'm shooting that there's 20 minutes left in class, and I gotta listen to this fucking guy, which is gonna make it seem like an hour and 20 minutes.
Of course. It's like watching the clock.
Yeah.
It goes slower. I'm not gonna lie. I mastered shortly after they snatched my coat. My notebook was growing a lot at the time. It's like all my wisdom came right then. I try to look white everywhere I go. I actually haven't tanned in years. My skin has just been pale white with my teeth. You know I try my best to grab it like a white man, and look, my best to claim for the white man. They better not mess my image up at the cookout or I'll be pissed.
Not the cookout.
And then there's a picture of him underneath.
I don't want anybody messing shit up
And
at
he
the cookout
kind
either.
of looks like Mark and Jay Briscoe's more retarded family member. And from the looks of what's going on in the back of his apartment, there's some shit going on.
There's some bodies
It
in
looks
that
like
place.
he has a
we got there.
painting of a. That painting in the back looks like it might be a black Jesus. There's some strange equipment.
Black Jesus.
Let's
is
call
heavy.
him. That's his name, Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
But he's white.
Well, that's
White
why.
with
his-
That's why he's Black Jesus. All
Makes
right.
me-
Ladies and gentlemen, that
That
wraps
was-
up another edition of Dear Vin.
I wonder if
man.
maybe we should print out Black Jesus' stuff because he sounds like he knows some things.
Oh, he knows some stuff.
Dear
He
Vinny.
could have the answers we've been looking for, pal.
I don't think
So
he's
that
got
was Dear
any
Vin.
answers to anything.
heavy.
Moving along, one of our staples.
I don't know. I'm a little afraid to go back to this.
One of our monstrosities, one of our abortions.
Gagortions.
Mommy, what's a Gagortion? Is Pablo Cheapo.
Pablo's cheapo tip of the week.
That would be me, right?
That is you.
would be.
That is you. I was giving it some breathing time so you know you can gimmick your gimmick.
Look, Terry's doing some push-ups.
Oh, he is.
This one.
Oh, now that's unnecessary.
Come on,
that
man.
is not
I mean,
right.
Sicko just made Captain Lou bang Terry Funk.
That's not okay.
Gavin, neither Gavin nor I was having it, so it lasted like 1 second. Then we all was restored. Pablo, I'm going to tell you that I believe your last cheapo tip of the week was the
ragu.
the 20th episode, the ragu one. While I was offended, aghast, while you were telling it,
say the least.
I don't believe it was a cheapo tip, but you got over by being such a Mama Luke
Yeah.
that
Such a gabong.
so it saved the day by being
I'm saving lives out there, man.
such a jerk job. So
I'm saving lives.
again, it's a free pass because it was entertaining. I will take to the grave. It wasn't a cheapo tip, but
You'll take to the gravy? Is that
yeah, I'll
what you
take it to the grave. So it's neither here nor there. This week's Pablo chip of the cheapo tip of the week. Do you want to pontificate a bit?
Absolutely.
Please
So,
do.
last week everybody saw Beachbody Blow in full effect.
I mean, we saw it.
I mean, it's undeniable the results. The 6-pack.
Oh, I'm
the
denying.
fucking muscles. The musculature.
Your shirt's
Musculature?
all too big now?
Yeah. My shit's too big, so I'm losing so
Him
much
with
weight.
a shirt
I'm
off, man,
fucking-
was a horror scene.
I forgot you had that gimmick on your chest.
Yeah.
Shit's all right.
One word, cut. My body's cut now.
Yo, your body is a lot of things, and fucking cut ain't one of them.
You got more tattoos than I thought.
I'm fucking punk rock shit.
Indeed.
That's what I'm trying to get Jackie to finish. She's so backed up.
She's gonna do the.
Yeah.
She's gonna.
I need to be there.
Yeah. Well, you'll be all over it.
All
So
right,
anyway,
man.
so I was down the shore, and then it came. Well, it didn't come to me, but because I was doing the Pablo Cheapo there, right? So we go to Ocean City, and Ocean City's a nice family-oriented shore. Ocean City, New Jersey, for all that don't know, Atlantic City area. So this is a nice beach, and it's a nice beach because you got to pay for beach tags.
I knew
and
it
then
was-
it cleans the
I
tag.
knew that was
And then
coming.
they clean the beach and they do all the stuff. Well.
I'm gonna interject that he tried to hit my mom onto some way with these beach
To
tags.
gimmick the beach tag?
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
I'm gonna keep it a beam. This guy is trying to spread his gospel. He tried to hit my mom to it.
He's
like,
off on
I
a
know.
She's
missionary
just like,
tour.
yeah, and he fucked it up.
Oh, I know.
All right, so proceed.
So this one avenue we go to, my man.
You owe me one for that, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Um.
Because Vinny's gonna shoot you.
Okay.
So you know.
Okay. The one spot we go to, you go to the left. You go to the left, and there's the chick there, and she makes you pay for the beach tags. But if you just go right to the right, there's a little gimmick there. You go right through there. You don't got to pay shit.
What's it still? $5?
It's
Is it-
$8.
It's 8 now
for adults only. So that's I ain't
So
paying,
you're
I
telling
ain't
me
paying that
that-
unless I don't have to.
So you're telling me there's like a little gimmick to the right? that you
right,
can-
right. That like the lifeguards they walk past that.
Now, do you have to
Like
hip
the
your
employee
wife?
entrance or something?
Yeah.
So do you have to hip your wife and lovely daughters to this crime that's
Yes,
being?
I say we're all going to the right, go to the right, and you're yelling at them before the lifeguard, the tag person.
Before she pinches them.
Yeah, you gotta yell at them like, go to the right, to the right.
But
And-
don't they come around and check the tags?
So here's what you do.
Oh, God.
You gotta have one eye on the kids
I'm
and
already
one eye on the
embarrassed.
beach tag chicks.
Okay.
It could be men too. Let's not be sexist, guys.
Yeah, let's
Relax.
Okay.
So you keep one eye on the beach and one eye on the kids. When you see them coming, you drop everything. You run out into the ocean.
Of course.
They don't chase you there. These are kids. They don't got time for this shenanigans.
You did this for $16.
And then then they decided they're going to mill around and talk for a half hour. So me and the wife had to sit in the water for a half hour and wait for them to leave.
I hope you got bit by a
I
jellyfish.
mean,
$16
yeah, I
still
mean-
in my pocket right now.
now you.
Like I'm okay with like fuck that. I'm not paying this
Sure.
like motherfuckers. Fuck you. I'd go on the beach, but that's not what you're doing. You're trying to save $16.
It's the kind of thing like if you don't have to spend it, why would you spend it? It's like one of them deals.
I'm
yo,
so
I'm gonna-
conflicted with you, man.
You are, man, because you even like half of like the 21 tips. You're like trying to see where
I
he's coming
twisted
from.
around to make it sort of fucking relatable, man.
To make it so it's all right that you're friends with this person.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing in your head.
I love Pablo.
So do
want
I,
want
but
him to
I
be
ju-
okay.
He's not okay.
Not okay.
He's
Everybody
not
in Philly does this. Where do you see the fucking Twitter feedback next week?
Bro, listen.
Everybody-
everybody you get feedback from, it's like 3 people who are as cheap as you.
Exactly.
There's tens of thousands of other people listening to it that are just like, this is the mentally ill guy.
Too horrified to even comment.
Like,
I'm
I'm going to say this is, of the 21 episodes we've done, like 3, 4, 5 episodes you
We
took
didn't do
off.
anything, right?
So what? Say around 15. This is up there, man. I'm not really getting into the gimmicks, but this is pretty sick in the head.
Pretty much, yeah.
16 clans.
16
You're with the
clans.
family. You're making other people participate in your shit.
And instead of paying, you're willing to go run into the
the
dirty,
dirty ocean.
disgusting
Ocean's great.
Jersey
Ocean's nice and
Ocean.
clean.
It's the
Take a swim.
It's the
Oh.
Atlantic. There's
It's New Jersey.
New Jersey. It's
It
awful.
was crystal clear 2 weeks
disgusting.
ago.
It was.
You see the
It's,
paper?
it's never been crystal clear ever, ever. Well, ladies
I'm
and
shocked
gentlemen,
and appalled.
I'm mortified that has been. It's not the 21st edition. It's some number.
Something. Too many to be comfortable with.
Of Pablo's cheapo tip of the week.
Pablo's cheapo tip of the week.
You make it difficult, bro. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
He almost said you make it hard.
I
I'm not really
stopped.
looking-
Listen.
You know, I'm not really looking for the gimmick, but whatever.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying?
No. Say it again.
What I'm saying is, how about that mailbag?
and speaking of segues,
How about it?
All right, bam. First one for Vin.
here we go.
Maroon.
His name, he goes by the name of Cody Mack.
Ah, yes.
And might I say I have an arsenal of Cody Mack questions.
All right.
Love Cody Mack.
We
Yes.
should do an all Cody Mack question
We can do
mailbag
that.
one day.
Well, I mean,
They'll all be aimed at trying to get at me somehow.
Pretty much, yeah. That's why we should do it.
So of course, let's aim at Vinny and let's fire. Vin,
Yes.
what are your top 5 Mark Wahlberg movies? I know it's hard, Ayo, since he's your favorite.
That was good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even fucking answering that.
Is he in 5 movies?
So yeah, my
He's
He was in it
five,
like a billion.
my 5 favorite
I can
are
name 2
Boogie
easily,
Nights.
sure.
Boogie Nights, he was great.
Boogie
in.
Nights was good.
Great.
Boogie
He was
Nights.
good in
Let
it.
me explain why he's good in Boogie Nights.
'Cause
Because
he-
Pete T. Anderson was smart enough to
Yeah.
know that Marky Mark was that dumb as a real person.
Exactly.
So that is Mark Wahlberg
Yes.
as Dirk Diggler, and he got through a brilliant script with a brilliant director and made a brilliant film, fucking by accident.
Yeah. With a tiny whang that needed a prosthetic.
Yeah. Now
Well, you know, you don't need that. You should have been in that movie. Sick Diggler.
Stop it.
3 Kings, he was good in. The Departed, he was good in.
he's
No.
fucking literally The
He's
Departed. He should be
absolutely
edited out of
Yeah,
that film.
yeah,
That's how bad it is.
Terrible.
Agreed.
He's the only thing not perfect with that film.
Agreed.
Terrible.
Rockstar.
Rockstar's
Good movie.
great. Rockstar's really
Rockstar's
good.
good. I like Rockstar.
And
never
Good Will
saw
Hunting.
What is wrong with you?
I would love for his terrible Planet of the Apes.
All right.
Oh my
Next
God.
question for Sicko.
Oh,
This is from John Doe. I don't know what this
John Doe.
question means. I didn't care enough to research it.
All right.
Didn't
Who
Google-
killed Laura Palmer?
Nah.
Hard. That is.
I never
Twin
watched
Peaks
Twin
fucking-
Peaks.
Oh, that's a Twin Peaks reference.
Twin
Yeah.
Peaks is coming back, so if the dude was shooting, it's coming back.
Yeah,
so.
the only reason I did, I'll tell you why I did.
David Lynch, Philly.
I'll tell you why I didn't watch Twin Peaks, because I love David Lynch. Twin Peaks was on like 1990.
Yeah.
I was 17 years old.
Yeah,
There's no way I was
yeah.
staying home to watch TV,
There's-
and there wasn't like TiVo or
It's
anything like
the,
that.
The era of everyone has a little gap of wrestling
Right.
that they missed,
Yeah.
and
Right.
I have
Yeah,
that
yeah,
about
yeah.
for the same
Right.
reason.
So I don't think I ever watched. I've seen every David Lynch film,
Yeah,
but I've
yeah.
never watched an episode of Twin Peaks.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I remember the Scape Eddies were heavy into that show.
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
were like, we're out drinking. We don't care.
Yeah, you never watched it.
All right, this is for the crew, but Paz, you can start. This is from Mick. Name the top 5 Howard Stern Whack Pack.
Oh,
Jesus.
please.
I mean, beat
Beat,
off the rip.
beat,
Yeah.
Beat number
beat,
one. Yeah.
beat, and beat.
I'm gonna tell you, who's in who. So this might generate heat because High Pitch is in my top 5, and Gavin wants him
He's
dead.
got to respect as much as he hates High Pitch that he's top 5.
No, he hates him.
Well,
He ain't putting him
Yeah.
over.
I got no.
he ain't top 5 for me. Fuck
Yeah,
him.
I got no use
See?
for high pitch.
See all this?
Man.
I mean, the Craptacular. He's been there since the beginning. He's still there now.
He's not been there.
Not
since the
been there
beginning.
since the beginning.
Fred the Elephant Boy
Right.
Jeez.
is up there.
Right.
Beats number 1 always will be number 1. Hank's top 5.
I'll tell you who's been there since the beginning. You're talking about Froggy. You're talking about Celestine. Fucking.
Yeah, but I'll defend Blow. They were saying from the beginning, but they had quick shelf lives.
Nah.
I mean, they were there and then they were gone. Fred's been literally there since the beginning and still hangs
Siobhan,
around.
the transsexual.
Siobhan's still around.
Is she really?
Yeah, she fell off. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just gross at this point.
Yeah.
She's just more gross. In terms of laughing, it's like Beat, Hank, Elephant Boy. For me, everything with High Pitch is great.
I mean, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, I mean, but that's newer. You know
Yeah,
what
I don't
mean?
even know who that
if
is.
we go all time, the list would change. Kenneth Keith, you know, would be
Alice.
Crazy Alice.
Crazy Alice. One of
Yeah.
my favorites.
Alice makes me laugh every time she's on.
Yeah.
saying
I don't even know who
anything.
that
Hi, Fred.
Hi, Fred. She hates everybody but pops for Fred.
Good.
She's like, Artie, you fat fuck.
Good.
Fat fuck, Artie. Stupid big nose Howard. Hi, Fred.
I pretty much hate everybody but Fred.
Alright,
Are we all giving our?
Nah, that
top
was
five?
pseudo an answer.
I mean,
to
I was
throw
just
out.
saying throw them in if
Yeah.
you want, but.
I'm gonna say Beat,
Yeah, beats.
Hank.
Question.
Bob, Crackhead
Oh,
Bob.
I forgot that.
Um,
Bob rules.
not.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I like him, but his gimmick was one of the greatest of all time. I gotta put Captain Janks in there.
I like what Jenks did was brilliant.
I mean, his gimmick was
Yeah.
fucking brilliant.
Brilliant.
And I'll round it out with. Ooh, that's a tough one.
Nobody said Eric, man. What the fuck?
Oh,
Wow.
Eric the actor's top
Oh,
five.
yeah, you can put him in there.
Fuck.
Yeah. All right.
There you have it. We pretty much named most of them. All right, last one for the crew. Wrestling question
Uh-oh.
from Terrible.
Nice.
All right. What up, Terrible?
El Terrible.
Tri-State Crew.
First off, I would like to say I agree with about 98% of what Gavin and Vince say about wrestling. You both know what the fuck is up, and that's why I must write this email.
Okay. Oh, he's gonna shoot on us, I think.
Already.
I have lost touch with WWE, but was a huge fan. I still watch old wrestling shit pretty much every day on YouTube, but just recently I've started to DVR Raw because of listening to your show and Ric Flair's podcast.
Okay.
So what the fuck am I missing about these New Day jerk-offs?
Aw.
Oh.
I don't really get
come
why
on,
you and a
kid.
couple other friends put them over. I can see talent in the dude with the dreads, but fuck. Is there a match or promo I should watch to try to get it?
Okay.
Is New Day the black guys?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a heavy, serious problem with that.
Dude.
Go ahead.
You're gonna say it's shucking and jiving, probably.
Yeah.
This is where it starts. Vince gave them this gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
There was the shits.
Mm-hmm.
Awful. Like some positive preacher man, Southern black preacher man positivity shit. They took it and got over with a gimmick that Vince was trying to bury them with.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I'm going to say, if I turned on the TV like Terrible and saw what happened this week, maybe I would think that way. I know what they were handed, what they were worked with, and what they turned around. So I'll let Gavin and Chris go.
What am I addressing? Sicko or terrible?
Terrible.
Kofi's fucking brilliant. Xavier's brilliant.
Yes.
Biggie has become better. Biggie's not great, in my opinion.
But he's huge physically.
yeah.
So I like what he can do for a big dude. You mean on the stick? Or
It's just in general.
Yeah.
I don't think he's okay.
I think he works well with them.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, on his own he wasn't.
Yeah, not if, but when they separate them, he's the
I'm
one
so
you
glad
see.
they didn't do that in the draft. I was
Yeah.
worried they were going to fucking
Me
split
too.
them up
It
and ruin the
kinda-
best thing
it-
they got going.
Agreed.
It kind of became it kind of was so ridiculous that it kind of came around for me. I don't know. I guess maybe it is a sort of acquired taste sort of thing. It's for me. It's so ridiculous that it's.
I
brilliant.
love them. I love them.
I knew you would from the red.
And you know who else I love?
Who?
What's the trombone's name?
Francesca too.
Yeah.
Too.
Francesca too.
Yeah, I love her.
Like,
That's
like
brilliant.
they won me over 100% when Francesca 1 died, and they wore the black armband. Like, probably the fucking greatest thing I've ever
Right,
seen.
and all that's them. They were given this. The shuck and jive
Shitty
thing
gimmick.
isn't a new thought. There's two dudes who regularly call into this gimmick I listen to that are black dudes, and they've addressed it.
Well, aren't they supposed to be like real kind of gay too?
No.
Like real feminine.
Nah.
or something?
Not at all.
No.
No. All right.
No, so those the two black brothers they called them were just sort of like, I know what this is, and I ain't mad at it as a black man. Like I'm an OG, I understand characters. Like so,
Wrestling has never been politically correct and has
Sure.
always been an exaggeration of everything.
Racial, nationality,
Everything
Everything.
is an exaggeration.
I mean, if you're mad at them, then you got to be mad at Sheik and Cole,
Right,
you know,
right.
and
The fucking Russians,
there is no,
Right,
there is
Putski.
no. You can't take offense to something that's what the business is. It's exaggerations of everything.
Right.
So if it was just that, and then you had everybody being super serious,
yeah,
I'm with
really.
you.
Yeah, I might
But
see it
it's
if
not-
if
yeah.
everyone wasn't a
It's
goof
not.
of what they're
Everything
rapping.
is extremes. Everything.
I
is.
get that.
What would you say, like, to Terrible saying, what don't I get, or what you guys are putting them over?
You get it or you don't, I guess. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I guess it's as I'm trying
If it
to
doesn't grab you, it doesn't grab you. You can't fucking force it down your throat. You know?
as I'm trying to explain it, explain what I like about it. I'm finding I'm having a hard time explaining why.
I just
So
think
it
it's
might
fucking,
be
I
one of
just think
those
it's fucking
things-
ridiculous and they're hilarious.
That's what
and
I
it's just
feel
like.
like.
I love that they, like you said, they turned around a
Yeah.
shitty gimmick that was
Yeah.
handed off to them, and it got shit on by the fans, and they knew that, and they took the getting shit on part of it and amplified that.
Right, and flipped
and
it on
fucking,
everyone.
Fucking took it full circle.
I
to the
will
point
say
where
this,
it was just
though.
like, it's so bad, all of a sudden everybody loves it, and now they're for.
And
How long
Kofi and
now they've
Xavier
been,
can
like-
fucking go.
Oh yeah,
I will-
and they've been like the best part of the show most times since they've been together.
I will say this: if Tim just started watching it in the last couple weeks and didn't see them build up to where they're at
That's
now,
the vibe I'm getting.
that I can understand
Me too.
because I
It's
don't
just
like what
why are
they've
these
been
street
doing.
dudes acting weird and
I don't like what they've been doing in the last couple
shit with
weeks
the
because now
Wyatts
they're
and
kind
the
of now they're
Xavier
kind of
being scared.
they're
and
almost
shit.
getting stale to me. But the build up to where they are now was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
But I think, like, I have a friend who's a mark and doesn't like them. To me, if you watch Bray after not watching for 10 years and say you don't like him, I'm going to engage you and be like, you don't understand this
Yeah,
business.
absolutely.
Terrible not liking New Day. I'm not like mad or say, oh, you don't understand. You can still grown up and completely understand it. If you catch them on the wrong night or the wrong week or month and not like them, I can't really.
Yeah,
I
that's
like.
fair.
I always have loved Kofi.
Yeah.
I saw Xavier come up in TNA
Fucking
when they were still all right.
Consequences Creed, yeah.
Right. So I think they're brilliant, but I'm not mad if someone doesn't like them. It's not
That's
like
fair.
an instance with Bray or Paul Lee. Look what he's doing. He's trying to make Captain Lou and Terry gay again. Terrible. That was a good question. Hopefully, Terrible. Right back in and say if you've been liking the other stuff besides New Day, or write us on Facebook because I'm curious to see if you haven't watched it in a long time, what you think of the product. Because I'm curious. Because I haven't dropped off in so long. The last time I dropped off was the early '90s, and then
If we got Terrible back in, I know we got my boy Williams back in. We're bringing motherfuckers in.
Oh, we're bringing them in.
I like.
I mean, I know for a fact Pablo and Sicko have at least, whatever you call it, at least dipped the toe in the pool.
Yeah, I mean, when I try to catch your boy Enzo whenever I can.
Yeah. I mean, what you should just do is put it raw on your DVR and then rip through it.
Right.
And go, I don't like it. Because I know you mark for promos.
Yeah, all
You
day.
mark for segments. So that's what I would do.
Yeah.
DVR and rip through it on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Because me and him rip through shit too. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's nights where you do if you're not watching it live. Like, this is the shits, this person is the shits.
There's a couple, if I'm watching the playback, there's some matches that'll come on. I'll know right away. I'll be like, don't even want to watch.
Don't even
this.
want to
And
watch. Yeah, same
like
here.
you know, I thought that the first episode of SmackDown the other night, when their idea of like compelling television for their fucking marquee show,
Marquee
this
show.
is the first show. Got to make this exciting, and they give you fucking Miz and fucking
What the fuck
what's
was
his face
that?
against fucking
What
against
the
Darren
fuck
Young and
was
fucking Zack
that?
Ryder.
Yo,
Yeah,
man.
Miz and Rusev
And
against Zack Ryder
fucking
and
Backlund.
Who the
Fuck
fuck
was
cares
that?
about any of those four dudes? And you're gonna put them all together and expect us to now care about the new SmackDown?
Backlund's
That was
brain.
crazy to shit.
Backlund's brain said bye-bye to his
Oh,
body
yeah,
like 30
long time
years ago.
ago.
But, and I know when you... Remember, I was excited because I had a meeting that night. I'm like, I wasn't like, was it good? I was like, how good was it? And he was
Right.
like... I mean, I don't want to
I
like.
wrote back. I don't know.
Yeah, because he half didn't want to.
They had
He half didn't want to ruin it for me.
Sure.
Because I was hype. I mean, I'm
wanted
still
to
like a
watch
little
it,
kid
yeah.
with the biz,
Oh,
man.
same.
So it's like he didn't want to like ruin my night, knowing I had a meeting.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna
I
come
know
in.
you've really been looking forward to this, but it's.
But it was the shits.
Yeah,
and I
like
know
they
that's what he
dropped the
wanted
ball.
to say. I know he wanted to say they dropped the ball and it's the shits. But didn't want to. And then when I got in, you're like, just text me when it's on.
Right.
When it's over,
Like,
text
it
me and
started
tell
off
me.
with a cool thing. It dropped the first fucking couple of guys were like, all right, it's getting exciting, and then it just took a nosedive
Yeah.
and just didn't come back.
Indeed. El Terrible, thank you for the question.
And
Is that it for the
That
mailbag?
concludes the mailbag.
All right, so we're moving on. Does everyone have their recommendations?
Yeah.
Chris, do you have one in your head, or you
Yeah,
want me to
yeah,
go the other
I do,
way?
I do.
If you feel, because you're our guest. So, as everyone out there that knows, we like to give a recommendation. That recommendation could be a book, film, movies, TV shows. To reiterate to anyone new that's listening, it doesn't have to be new.
Nope.
A lot of the times it is, but some of the times if
We go back.
if we're wrapped up in a record we haven't listened
Yep.
to in 20 years, you know,
One of the best ones we had was Pablo recommending the fucking young ones. 'Cause
Yeah,
we never
abso-
thought to do it, and
absolutely.
it's like, you
And
know,
I still
if
never
you
would.
don't know this, you need to know it.
And there's kids that write us every week. Thanks for hipping me to this.
Definitely.
The thing I hear about most is if something really funny happens during the podcast, I'll hear a lot about that specific thing. And then thanks for putting me up on XYZ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
I hear that all the time from
Yeah.
kids, whether it's a band, you know what I mean? If I pick some weird fucking metal band from
Yeah.
you know
Uncle
what
Slam.
I mean? or the non-recommendations, they would fall into that. So
The unrecommend.
Chris, if you want to set it off,
Yeah.
please do.
My little brother just put out a book, his first novel.
Nice.
That's great.
I'm insanely proud of him.
Yeah,
I know it's a
man.
thing that he's been wanting to do like since he was a little kid,
Nice.
and like he's always writing and always doing this shit. But he within the past year or so, I'd say he just kind of sat down and fucking went for it.
Wow.
And just fucking got his shit together. And like I was like talking to him throughout the whole process. Like once he wrote the thing, you know, he did it all like DIY too, had it published. Like he hired artists to do like the cover art and all, he hired
that's
an editor
great.
and all this shit. Like he just did the whole thing. And
Wow.
he did the deal, and it came out this week. I'm super stoked for him, and my copy just came in the mail today. Very excited to read it. It's called Farewell Keystone.
Okay.
It's by Corey Clement. It's my little brother. And it's out now. It's available on Amazon. And you can check them out. It's facebook.com/Farewell Keystone. And it's a novel. It's kind of not like a total his life story, but a lot was taken from like his experiences, and he kind of amped a lot of stuff up and took it in different directions and stuff. But there's a lot of like wrestling.
Oh,
in it,
word.
too. So I think you guys, but yeah,
very
it'd be worth checking out just because.
I
Like,
mean, I'm gonna read it because it's your
he's a
brother.
fan too, growing up. You know what I mean? And it's like he put a lot of that in there. Just like there's like little nuances and stuff in there that like he told me he's like you'll pick up on stuff that other people won't get just because
Right.
Very cool.
But yeah, like
How old
like,
is he?
28.
Oh, wow.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Good
he
for
just
him.
turned 29 this year. March,
Farewell
actually.
Keystone is
Farewell
available on
Keystone.
Amazon.
It's on Amazon. Yep. Just
Nice.
came out.
Check it out, ladies and gentlemen.
Very,
That's our
very
man.
excited to read.
Good deal.
Pablo, do you have a recommendation this week? Because I see you
Yeah.
smiling. So
Here we
This
go.
one I'm putting over under protest. This is
under protest?
the HBO show Girls.
Ah.
The wife makes me watch like one episode, and then like the next day I'm like, now I have to see how this all turns out. So now I'm like 2 seasons in.
All right, I'm going full on sicko heel here when Sicko said about who are you shooting on, Sicko? Trent Reznor?
Yeah.
I think Girls might be the biggest hunk of shit that's
Oh,
ever made it to
easily,
television.
Easily.
Ever made it to television.
Easily.
Yeah.
There's no likable characters.
That's
You hate
true.
them all, and yet I have to finish this whole thing.
I want to fight everyone
I've never
involved.
seen it. No
I
interest
want
in
to fight
watching it.
everyone involved, and I've never seen an episode. I just
I'll
hate,
tell you-
when I watch HBO, I see the commercials, so I hate them
You
being
want to
there.
hate
I'll
them. You
tell-
want to hate the whole generation that they represent.
I probably already do.
I'll tell you what, my wife watches it. I don't even think she's a big fan.
That's
but
the thing with this show. Like, I watched the first 2 seasons and didn't like it. And then it got to the 3rd, and I just couldn't take it anymore. Like, there's something about this show that makes you keep watching it.
I
It's
don't know what
fucking
that is.
weird.
But you
I'll-
tapped?
Yeah, I did.
Like, I will
I'm
be-
way tapped.
I will be-
I literally couldn't sit there and watch it anymore.
Right.
I will be in the other room when she's watching. There are only 2 shows that have this effect on me. I will hear the dialogue and want to put my head through a fucking plate glass window
Okay.
because it's so badly written.
Okay.
It's so stupid and it's so self-indulgent, whiny that it just has no substance to it whatsoever. And the only other show that makes me feel that way is Game of Thrones. When I hear that dialogue, like, I want to fucking cut my own head off because it's so badly written.
Sicko, let me just.
Oh, you a Game of Thrones dude?
Couple haters.
I'm sorry.
I'm a hater.
Yeah.
Let me build off of that and just say one thing to you. You know, historically, people we thought were bozos go into Howard and then we liked them.
Yeah.
Even if we don't like their work.
Oh,
we're just
yeah,
like,
yeah, sure.
Like, that girl went in, and I hated
her more.
It's
I can see that.
It's only happened 2 times. The guy from the Jersey Shore show
Christ.
and Lena Dunham. Everybody else, even if I continue to hate them artistically or whatever you call that, like Dane Cook is still the worst successful comic ever, but he went in there and just seemed like an average guy.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
That hurts to hear.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It was just
I know what you're saying.
He was a nice enough guy. You know what I mean? Like I didn't, but yeah. So yeah. All right. Awful.
God, I hate you.
Sicko?
Me? All right.
Are you watching it? You're not watching it live.
It's done. The show's over.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it
So
really?
you went
For good?
back and watched.
Yeah.
It's so I never have to see a commercial for that show ever again.
correct.
You went back.
This is
and
a
watched.
victory.
Yes.
I'm interested to see if
I'm
Then
halfway
let's
in
do an
season
Irish
2.
jig.
I'm interested to
let's.
see if you
Tap.
get past the second
Well,
second
my
season.
thing is, I'm a sucker for like young adults dating.
I am
and
too.
nudity and sex. Like I'm a sucker all day for that.
I mean,
I
I'll
am
watch
too.
90210 all over again.
That's
but
a whole different thing,
yeah, but I ain't
though.
watching girls.
This
I'm
broad
curious
thinks
to
she's
see
writing
that-
brilliant,
yes.
genius,
Yes, she
fucking
does.
commentary on life and society.
does.
I mean, it's the female sicko. I don't know why you're hating on her.
Yes. I
I'm
love
curious
that.
to see.
Only
if you
because she
get-
looks like me.
That's she
That
does.
is true.
I'm curious to see if you get past
I'll
like
keep you
2
posted.
episodes of
I'll keep
3
you posted, and I'll maybe post it on Twitter.
because I could not get.
I mean, I think this is going to be revisited in
My
the next
wife,
episode.
yeah, I mean, my wife says it only gets depressing like after the second season. So I don't know. She's
Depressing would be an
I'm like
Like,
upgrade.
she gets to a dark place. And
Depressing
blah, blah, blah.
makes me
It's
feel
really
something.
funny
Right,
now,
exactly.
and I'm like, well, I don't know.
I feel like I got 2 episodes into season 3, maybe 2.
I mean,
And
I'm definitely
just-
gonna watch up to the part where the Joan gets her ass munched out. Because again, I gotta watch that.
What the f-
That's somebody's daughter, right?
The newscaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
And
I couldn't.
and just via commercials, again, it's a sweeping generalization. But like, give me someone that's good looking if I got to watch a bad
I
show.
mean, at
She's-
least.
she's a troglodyte in every angle possible.
Ugh, garbage. Ugh.
Sicko?
The sicko.
Mine is something I don't know the first thing about. I just learned about it yesterday. I'm not even going to try and take credit for it.
Okay.
I was hip to it by Paulie and by Carter.
Okay.
It's this band called No Time, right? Is that the name? Yeah. No Time.
Oh, they're heavy.
I never heard of them before, and their record, I guess, just came out because everybody's
Yes.
posted pictures like, just got it in
just
the
came
mail.
out.
So I went and I listened to it because the whole album, I think they have like a
like
7-inch
a
out.
Bandcamp or something.
I mean, what I saw was just on YouTube, and it's like
Okay.
a picture of the record and just plays the whole. It's it's easily the greatest record to come out this year.
Okay.
It's along the lines of all that new wave of British hardcore. It sounds like a cross between Violent Reaction and
Yeah.
Crown Court.
Yeah.
It's like heavy street oi. Fucking, they're from Pittsburgh. That's the
Yes.
only thing I know about them.
I'm the one who put Carter onto that.
That does not surprise me because
yeah.
this is right up. This
Yeah.
is something we would all.
I
listen
think
to.
so. If I'm wrong, Carter, correct
You
me.
need to book them. Bring them to Philly.
okay.
Please, I want to see them. I just yesterday saw it. I'm like, okay, these guys know what they're talking about. Let me press play. And I'm like, I did one of these, like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. It's really fucking good. I think the whole record.
When I found the
26
7-inch, I sent it to you. You're like, this is all right.
And I think now that you say that, I think I remember him sending it to me. and I just completely forgot about
Yeah.
it. I think the album is 1,000 times better than the 7-inch.
Okay, I haven't, like, whatever I heard, like, the first song released from it or something, but I didn't sit down with the album, obviously.
It's
because Carter
fucking-
texted me and was like, my No Time is in the mail, so this was that recent.
Gotcha,
So,
gotcha.
Yeah, they're dope.
It's
like I said,
fucking great.
Carter, if I'm wrong, correct me. I think I sent you the link, but maybe not.
So yeah, I just
Yeah,
heard.
they're
I don't
dope.
know anything about them other than
They're
they're
real
from
dope.
Pittsburgh, and I fucking like listened to the whole album probably 5 times yesterday, 3 times today, and I'm like, this fucking rocks. So.
Indeed. OJ?
New HBO show, The
Yes.
Night of. Fucking brilliant. 2 episodes are out. I guess by the time this comes out, it'll be 3. I'm fucking wrapped up.
Nice.
Wrapped
I
up.
want to watch that.
To people who don't know anything about it, if you want to tell the plot, because it's your recommendation.
I don't think I was gonna, but I don't think I want to
Yeah.
because I didn't know anything about it going into it, and I
Yeah.
feel like I enjoyed it more because I had no idea what was
Yeah.
going to happen. Jackie was kind of hip to what the premise was, and she didn't seem to enjoy it quite as much as I did.
Okay.
Even though she did like it, I really liked it because I literally had no fucking idea what was going to happen.
Is anyone hip to the Gyllenhaal movie where he takes photos at crime scenes?
I haven't seen it. No.
Nighthawk or something.
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Okay. The dude who plays Gyllenhaal's assistant in that film is the lead in this show that OG is putting over. If anyone needs, because we're not going to give plots.
Did you watch the 2 yet?
No, they're sitting because I know how heavy it is, and I'm wrapped up in my recommendation that I'm gonna give. So when I'm done that, because I'm so,
I did the
my
same
recommendation has wrapped up my life. Not
See, I did
not
the
one
same
night.
thing.
My life is now wrapped up.
I
in
didn't
this.
start yours yet because I'm wrapped up in the other.
Right.
Totoro's in that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love him.
And I'm not going to say shit. Just watch.
Good. I can't wait to watch
Gavin's
it.
only watched like 3 seasons of Wayward Pines because he's wrapped
No,
up. in all
I
this
watched
other
5. I'm up to fucking 5.
And it's getting heavy or no?
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh no.
I don't love that the Matt Dillon's not on it. Man.
4 and 5 are like cutting. Now you're in.
I'm in.
Nah, no, you're
The
not.
female gimmick
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
With I hate the fucking bitch in the wheelchair.
Yeah,
Like I want to fucking find her.
me too. I want to find the actress and kill her.
She's making me really fucking
I mean,
agitated,
it's
man.
a deal, man. I can't tell you anything, or else I'm gonna ruin because I'm up to date. I guess
I'm
there's
not up
2
to
left.
date.
You got like 3.
I watched 4 and 5. I forgot to tell you.
All right. My recommendation is a show called Stranger Things.
Fuck yes.
It's on Netflix. I might need a little bit of Chris's help, but it's John Carpenter meets early Spielberg meets Del Toro meets Stephen King meets It. Well, he is it. It beats the Goonies.
Sure.
It's set in 1983. Whoever's doing the set is brilliant. Whoever's doing the I'm not sure what the wardrobe is brilliant. The fucking, not just the soundtrack because they use dope 80s shit, but the fucking score sounds like a fucking film from 83.
Yeah, the whole fucking thing feels.
The
It
whole-
doesn't feel retro. It straight up feels like
Exactly.
1983.
It isn't. I probably sold it initially as retro, but it's not. If you feel like you're there, I felt like I was 7 years old. There's 8 episodes, right?
Yeah.
That's the first season. I've watched 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
okay,
right.
Oh fuck, dude! I blew right through it.
Right.
It's not
I
good.
stopped myself because I was enjoying it so much. I wanted to extend the feeling.
We started late at night. We got through 4 episodes. Couldn't stop. We were just fucking dead tired. Like, all right, we'll get this in the morning, and we did. We got up the next day. Just blew through the rest of it.
Yeah,
It's that good.
the only way I can put it over like any more than I already am is the fact that it actually made me feel different. Whereas, you know, there's films that do that to you where you're just rattled for a few days or stuff. And this made me feel such so connected to it in all these different ways. And I think the kids are the most brilliant part, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because Matthew Modine's in it, who's been in amazing stuff and worked with amazing directors. Yeah, Private Joker. He was brilliant in Birdie. Whoever hasn't seen that, and Winona Ryder, everybody's crush from back in the day, is in it. And but the kids steal the show. So. Like I said, it's one season, 8 episodes. They're all up, I believe. Right?
Yeah, Netflix puts their shit all up all at once.
Right.
And you can just,
so I mean,
binge watch it.
The only thing I can say now is I'm hoping they renew it soon. For a season
heard
2.
talk that there is a second season.
Okay.
And the way that it ends, I'm obviously not going to spoil it, but there's some shit. It's just like, oh well, okay.
Okay.
They're going to go.
All right.
Another, but it's even if they don't though, it's wrapped up enough to where it's just like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
So they could go either way with it, but I think the fucking hoopla surrounding it is going to push them that.
Yeah, I mean, if the
hoopla,
I'm not sure if the hoopla is as big as it is because we're like-minded and our friends are like-minded.
Right.
So is everybody else watching it? Sicko didn't like it. I don't think Pablo's
Sicko
watching
doesn't
it.
like anything,
That's
so
true.
that's...
And Gavin's waiting till he finishes his deal. But if the hoopla is as real as I think, I'd be shocked that there wasn't 5 seasons. But
right.
But that's
it's fucking that good.
Yes.
Like you said, I felt something like that.
Something connected with me, and I don't know what it is.
Because it literally feels like a movie that I would have been watching years ago.
And going out with your boys that day and trying to recreate the movie.
Like riding your fucking BMX. And
that's what it made me feel like.
It felt like watching E.T. and Stand By Me and all those.
Stand By Me is so perfect. Yeah.
And there's so many little
homages.
And both subtle and not so subtle.
Agreed.
That where the fucking dudes who wrote this, they get it.
They get it.
And they are probably feeling and watching the same shit that we were and just being like, this is it.
Definitely.
It's very much a product of its influences, but at the same time, it's not pandering.
Right.
Like, oh, look how retro this is.
Absolutely.
It just fucking straight up feels like it came out back then and that it's on the shelf with those movies.
Absolutely.
On VHS.
Yeah, so it's called Stranger Things. All 8 episodes are on Facebook. Are on Netflix. So check it out. So that's the show, I believe. What was the gimmick of the? Tell them about the download shit because we're trying to make more shows and
again download,
subscribe, and review.
I think. If you subscribe, it automatically downloads to your phone.
When it comes out.
Right. So you don't have to look for it.
I know it definitely does on iPhones.
Or your phone or your fucking computer or whatever. So
whatever mobile device or whatever.
Definitely download. We need that if you want more shows more often. People are starting to pay attention because you guys have downloaded and giving us the numbers that we have. So
and keep spreading the word.
We get those numbers up even more, then it's really going to be a thing. So to sum it up, download the fucking deal. Buy This Is Hardcore tickets.
Yes.
Buy Chris's brother's book.
Yep.
Yes.
Vinny's record's coming soon.
Oh yeah, that's
so save your money for that. Pre-order it.
And that's it, you fucks.
Wow. I'm mad at any of that. Twitter's BS Radio 1, I think.
BSB Radio 1.
Mailbag is?
info@broadstreetbreakdown.com. Facebook is just Broad Street Breakdown. We don't really have an Instagram page.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Chris X, for coming through.
So glad to have Chris coming through.
Absolutely.
I think this is a nice cap off after night with Duran, right?
Duran, night on the good time.
Perfect.
Pretty good night.
And come back anytime.
Sure.
We'd love to have you.
Absolutely, anytime.
All right, we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.